face window, just like not me in front of it, just it kind of going with its lights and stuff. So I'll make a like an intro with the real background at some point. Because my friend gave me a great idea. He's like, you know, you built that background, but what you can do is it's like you can take a video of it and use it as a green screen background. I was like, oh, that's actually a really good idea.
Really?
You know, for when I'm not home, it's still the same background. You know what I'm saying?
What would be trippy is the green screen your windows out of your window behind you, and then you can have whatever you want out there. Stuff flying by. People be like,
true.
what the heck?
Like the you know, the actual hyperspace or something like that.
Right. Or, you know, some Star Destroyers flying by looking for you. You're close.
Yes. Like us escaping real fast, leaving them in the dust. I should like hire somebody to make like a video, like a 3D looking video.
All right, you guys ready?
We all ready.
Okay, so I'm here. Is it here where it says software?
It is.
Click on
You
that.
found it. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna get there too.
All right, click.
Wait, where does it say software? Third one down? Oh yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so,
that like that thing we have to add, right? HTTP.
Right. Yep. So, yeah. So Gabe, go third line down on this page, and it's Proffie board Arduino plugin.
All right.
Third. Yeah. There you go. Yep.
Click.
That's it. And then scroll down from there. Keep going. Keep going. And you see that HTTPS in that line in gray? You're going to want to highlight that whole thing. Copy it. Yep. And then you're going to go back to Arduino.
How do I do that? Just
Your,
go back
your
on.
program. Well, you probably have to, well, you'll have to minimize your screen so you get back to your desktop. Yeah. And then do you still have Arduino launched? Yeah, down there in the right corner. There you go. Oh, no, my bad. That's the internet. I thought you already launched Arduino.
Oh,
we need to get.
sorry. I'm confusing Arduino with the Frederick's page.
No worries.
All right, Arduino was in
The applications folder.
right here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just launch it.
Yep. Verificación. I don't know if that's Spanish, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, canción mi song. Man, maybe I should have done this first.
Good things come to those who wait.
Open.
Yup. Yeah, I'd be real curious if this like jumps off the first time on Gabe's machine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll be like, I'm Proffie and I can't get up.
Get up.
All right, where do I go?
All right. So from here in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to go to Arduino right next to your Apple. Yep. Go into preferences. And does yours say preferences as well this time, Space?
On you mean under Arduino?
Yeah, because last time it said settings.
Yeah, like
weird.
settings is what they're changing even your Mac, like if you do your update, it's now instead of the word preferences where it used to say preferences on all the applications, it says settings. They're like changing it over.
I hope that's not
It's
tripping
pretty
us
annoying.
up.
Well, I just opened like my boards manager and it says like 3.6.0 and then it gives me option like that button to install. Should I hit that button to install and see what happens?
Does it say it's already installed? Because usually next to it, it'll say installed at right next to 3.6.0. I would not touch the pull down.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think so. But let me show you what I am looking at. I
Okay.
will take away Gabe's screen for a second. I'm going to show my screen, and this is what I am seeing right here when I do Boards Manager.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. No, it's not showing installed next to, because sometimes that'll already be installed. I'm not sure why when I've
Yeah.
gone from Mac to PC to PC to Mac. So I'd go ahead and install it because it's not showing installed.
Hope it doesn't get
That's what
stuck
we
in the
did
middle.
last time, though.
Yeah, and it got stuck, remember? It got
let's
stuck
hope
in the
it doesn't
middle.
get stuck this
Well,
time.
we're trying to get to the point where, like, I don't know if you did it already, but I'm trying to get to the point where I copy, like, I paste in that HTTP whatever line, you know?
Oh, wait, you haven't done that yet?
I didn't paste it in anywhere.
Oh, crap. Don't get
Do I have to do that before this?
Yeah. I thought we had,
no.
my bad. I thought you had done that. That's why you were in the
I think I
board
was
manager.
a step behind.
No worries. Now I'm
So
scared
should
to
I
cancel.
need to like uninstall everything and whatever?
I would hit cancel. Just say cancel. And then go back to where you can
Yeah,
copy.
go back to your preferences. Your settings, I guess. That's so wild on your machine. So wait, it should have installed it because it's still in there.
It's
What
there, right?
Yeah.
So,
It should have taken.
so I
just
have
moved
to delete that and paste what we just copied into that line.
Correct. Yeah, where space is right now. Now, if you cancel out of that space, I don't think it'll take any of the changes if anything got messed
okay.
up. There you go. Go back to your boards manager real quick, Space. I just want to see.
That's
See
kind of
that?
weird because we deleted everything, but it still says. I don't know.
That's the part that's that's the part I don't understand.
Armando's
It
config.
feels like there's a file that's stuck in your Mac still, because that's very strange. So try going back to your
Gabe's screen back on.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting test to see if his fires right off. All right, so that's Gabe's screen now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just cancel that one. It looks like you got more than one open. Oh, okay. So wait, go back into Arduino preferences again, Gabe. I just want to make sure, because I think we canceled all of them. Okay, cool. It's still there. So yeah, you say okay.
Well, I haven't pasted anything in here yet.
Huh? It's already there though.
How do you know that's it?
Because it says Professor.
Oh, so
you haven't pasted anything in there?
No, well, I highlighted everything and deleted it and went up here to paste what I copied, but then it wouldn't give me the option to paste anything. It was all grayed out.
Well, it's in there, so that's interesting. So you can go ahead and say okay. Okay, I don't know how it knows it's in there. So now you're going to go to Tools at the top.
Under Arduino?
Right next to Help.
Okay.
Yep, right there. And then you're going to go to a board where it says Arduino. Go down, right there. And go to Boards Manager. Yep. To the right. Boards Manager at the top. Yep, right there. No, right at the top. Nope. Go back again. Boards Manager right there. Yep. And now you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And I guess scroll up until you see it. It should be down there around the bottom.
Mine doesn't say installed. Like others say installed there, but not mine. Actually, it's doing the same thing as it did last night. It's like jumping around and weird stuff.
Did it?
What am I looking for?
It should say, oh, you're not at the bottom. You know what? Just go ahead and type in Proffie board into that box that's flashing right now. Click enter. What the? It doesn't know it's there for some reason. That's strange. All right, let's try this, Gabe. Close out of that. Let's go back to Arduino in the upper left-hand corner. Go back to preferences. Click in that second box. Where maybe you pasted it in, the one
Down here?
Yeah, right there. Yep, click there. Just click in it and then do like an Apple A so it selects all of it.
Give me Apple A.
That would be select all. So like Command
Like it's
A
the
or
command
Apple
button.
A on your keyboard, or you can highlight it. Just want to make sure you get it all. Or triple click sometimes does it. It's not letting you delete it?
No, I'm not even trying.
Okay. There you go. Keep deleting. Okay, now try to paste.
See, everything's
Okay,
grayed
yeah,
out.
it's not in the buffer anymore. So let's go back to Frederick's page, the green page. Yep, and then let's go back to that. Yep, look at you already memorizing stuff. Love it. Go head on down. Yep, grab that again.
Copy.
Boom. All going to be pros hopefully here soon.
I need to be a pro at Proffie. I'm a Padawan right now. I'm like a first month Padawan.
Well, this doesn't make any sense. Why is it? There you go. Now it's no. Why is it letting you paste anything in there? What the?
It won't let you paste?
Nope.
No. Computers are fun. Try that. Try to paste it in there. No. Try. Okay, one more thing. Try right clicking. Okay, so cancel out of that. Something's glitching.
Why don't I know it's a pain in the butt. Why don't I manually type it in?
Yeah, you could do that. I just don't understand why it's almost acting like it's not taking it, because it's strange it didn't show up in the boards manager after it was in there.
I have to try to type all that in.
JAD, do you think I should, like, I'm getting the same error message, like I plugged into Armando Sabre, it hit the check mark for verification, and I'm getting that same error where it says no such file or directory error compiling for Proffie board V2. Oh wait, actually let me check my
yeah, I was gonna say what config are you pointed to? Let's just try to get one of Frederick's to work.
I didn't have the port thing. All right, let me try again.
Oh, well, we're just trying to get it to verify. I wouldn't even mess with the Sabre at this point.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll do that once we know we can get it to verify, if that makes sense.
I thought to verify you had to be plugged in to a Sabre.
No, that's just to upload. Verify, all it's doing is checking your config and all the code in Arduino. You don't even have to have it plugged in.
So maybe that's actually not there. Maybe it's correct. It's not set up or there. Anyway, like the thing I'm looking to, which is called like Armando config. Maybe that's not even present there.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you have to look in the config, in this config folder that's in the folder that you launched the Proffie os.eno from.
All right, I typed it in manually and hit OK, but then the window just disappeared.
So did Arduino. Oh, no, you're good. So let's check and make sure it's still there. Go back to Arduino preferences at the upper left corner in Arduino.
Oh, hold on.
Yep. Upper left corner, preferences. Boom. Okay, that's great. Just click OK again for fun. And let's go back to tools. Let's go to boards manager. Now let's scroll to the bottom and see if that bad boy is there. It should repopulate. If it doesn't, we're going to have to restart Arduino. Scroll up slowly. There. Bam.
This version?
Yes. Yep. Always the newest one. So you're going to install that, Gabe? Beauty. it go? Oh, there, it's doing it. See, now look at how his is showing packets, Space. Look at that.
Packets?
So yeah, see the kilobytes, how it's rolling? Yours doesn't do that, does it?
No, it didn't do that.
But you've got that stupid blazing fast internet, so maybe it's just
Maybe
like bam,
maybe
done.
it just like try. I don't know. It did get stuck in the middle though. Who knows?
Every
But
year,
then
this
it finished. Like it
computer is
finished.
slower.
The second time it finished, but I don't know if I screwed something up by, I don't know, having like remnants of something.
Yeah. Well, let's
like focus on Cube's situation, and then I'll try
I'm curious to see if it's gonna pop off on his, you know.
Yeah, me too. And I never really had this issue like with my iMac, like Gabe's on an iMac. So I never had an issue with my iMac. It's only when I got a newer Mac was there a problem, I think.
Yeah, but we
did get through it back in September, but now
Mm-hmm.
I somehow have the issue again.
Well, and the only hiccup we did when you and I got it going was we downloaded too new of a version of Arduino. We were on 2 point something and couldn't get it to work. We were like, all right, let's drop back to the one I'm on, which is 1.8.19.
See, now Gabe's looks like it's stuck in the middle, and there's no more kilobyte. There's no more like megabyte upload speed.
Is this going to be like some weird Mac thing communicating with? I don't know. I think this comes from GitHub. Because that would be weird if 2 machines have done it now. 2 Macs.
Well, still, like, okay, so in my situation where it froze at this exact moment on this like download, after I canceled and I tried it again a minute later, it picked up from the middle and just finished in a moment, and then said installed there. So, but mine isn't working, so I don't know if the hiccup is there. I don't know if the hiccup's somewhere else on my machine. So, if Gabe, we'll wait a few more moments or minutes, and if his has to be canceled and then reinitiated, he might find it works, or he might find, I hope he finds it works. I don't know if it'll.
Yeah, we should give it some time. We should definitely give it some time on Gabe's machine. And maybe what we should do while we're waiting is jump over to your screen, Space. And I want to make sure that the config is in the same folder as the Proffie OS Eno you launched from.
Yeah, okay. It is. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by from what I launched from.
Okay, so you've got the Armando file. Which folder is that in on your desktop?
It's in this Proffie OS folder here.
Okay, open that up for me. And that's where you launched Arduino from?
No.
Okay, that might be the problem then. So let's quit out of Arduino. Yep. Now go in, click. Okay, so you've got your Armando screen. You've got Armando's config in there.
Yeah, so I see like Armando's config right here. It's in the config folder of this Proffie OS folder.
Okay, for sure that's the only one that contains that Armando file, right?
Correct.
Okay, so then you're going to click back.
I'm not sure. There might be.
That's what I'm saying. We might want to close all these windows and make sure we're launching from that folder.
How are we sure that it's launching
from
there?
Are those 2 windows identical above and below one another that have the Armando? Okay, so
we'll see. Like it looks to whatever's on the desktop, right? Because there's a copy of this Proffie OS folder with the Armando config in there in my documents. It's not on the desktop though. So could that be screwing it up? Because I thought it looks to the desktop.
As long as your Proffie OS Eno is in that folder.
Right. So since I didn't launch from that, you're suggesting I launch from that.
Yeah, but you have to launch from that. That's the only way it knows what config folder to look in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? So like if you're in that Proffie OS folder, you have to launch from the Arduino.eno, and then it's like, oh, I'm in this folder. I'm playing in this folder now. Let's go to this config folder.
Do I just double click that Proffie OS Eno, or do I like right click and do something?
It doesn't, however you want to open it normally.
Okay, so this might help me because I think that was the problem.
Okay, so now just go up in tools. Let's make sure you're on a V2, and his Proffie's a V2.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Proffie board V2. I'm there.
Okay.
And port is this correct port?
Okay, so
I do
it's plugged
believe.
in. Yeah.
And my
Again,
saber's
you don't.
plugged in.
Yeah. So let's just click the verify checkbox and see what it does.
Oof.
You bastard.
See how instant that error is?
It
So it says
is.
no such file or directory, error compiling for board Proffie board. But actually, yeah, I don't know. It's the same exact thing as the other day, I believe.
Until you restarted, and then it said it was missing. Oh, you sent it to me. It said it was missing a file. It's not saying that now, right? This is the one we got when we were still alive.
Yeah, after we went live, me and Gabe tried whatever I forget what you had said. Oh, should I hit this button? It says updates available for some of your libraries. Just popped up.
Try it. Can't hurt nothing now.
I don't know if it did.
Let's go back to tools. And I want to go to that boards manager again. I want to verify that 3.6.0 is installed.
Oh, right. So I got that 3.6.0 right here. Oh, it says select version. Now, do I need to select a version?
No. Right next to 3.6.0, it says installed in like bright blue. So that should be working unless something gets corrupt when you cancel it. That's the only other thing
Oh, let me read I'm going to go to your text message from Brian Connor and read that you had copied to me.
Yeah, he suggested doing what we did initially.
Just want to see if I'm missing something.
We removed it and then like wiped it all out and started over.
Oh, you say restart after deleting and emptying trash. Did I do that? I think I did that before the stream, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the only thing we did out of order was trying to install that 3.6.0 before the HTTPS line was pasted into the preferences. So I don't know if that janks it up.
What did he mean by delete the Arduino 15 packages Proffie board folder?
I'm wondering if that is, I couldn't find it. I did a search for it on my Mac and I could not find that folder. So I don't know if that's PC advice.
Oh.
But I want to say I read another Mac one where they'd had to do the same thing, start from scratch. Probably take a while to find it. How you doing, Gabe? Is it come out of that yet?
Let me look.
I'm going to put it back to Gabe's.
Yeah.
Should I restart and come back? Like, should I try that?
Well, before you do that, I would remove the
saber,
the plugin.
Oh,
because I don't know. That's just weird to me that it can't see. I mean, unless there's something wrong in the text in the Arduino at the top space. Did you double verify it's spelled the same? Or this is the one you opened when you were on 1.8, right?
You mean it's a
changed
different
anything?
I didn't change that Proffie folder. That could be something.
Yeah. No, I don't think that shouldn't matter. All you've done is gone up a version because I want to say you were on 1.8.18. Now you're on 1.8.19. That wouldn't mess it up.
Looks like mine downloaded, I think.
Okay, cool. Are you seeing it?
Where am I supposed to see it?
Type in Proffie board in that font, filter your search.
Yeah, installed.
Cool. It's installed. So close out of there. Now you're going to go to tools. And you're going to go down to that same. Yep. And then you're going to go to Arduino. See where it says Proffie board? And you're going to go to V2 because you have a V2. All right. Now you're ready to go, except we need to go get you a config. So you're going to go back to Frederick's site and click back. And then scroll down. We need to get you the configurator. Where's the link for that on here? I forget. Do you remember, Space? Go back to the top, Gabe. And you need to get to...
oh, yeah, I gave him that link too, Gabe. That's the third link in your email. So you can open up a new tab with that.
Right here? The link? Yes.
That's the second. Wait. I think it's the third link in your email.
Hold on. Let me close that out. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I can close this out now.
Yeah. Hey. Oh wait. We have to download the OS first.
Hey Felicia. Yeah. Thank you. I saw that TriStar video that John did today. That is awesome.
I just remember awesome. we got
doing that.
We got to get the OS on his desktop as well. Go back to the other Proffie page for Frederick's that looks green like this one.
Oh, I just closed it out too, like a dummy.
No worries.
Let me just Google it back up.
Or you can go back to your email and just click that second link.
There you go. That's the V2. You're going to want to go to Proffie OS. So if you click, let's see, software, there you go. See, it's grayed out. Looks, yep. Boom. Now let's download version 6.8.
Right here?
Yep. All right, you're going to drag that to your desktop. Okay, now just for fun, because we know it's in there, open up. I wonder why it didn't change to... Oh, I know. Quit out of Arduino. And then you're going to go into that Proffie OS folder. And you're going to launch the proffieos.eno down there that has a green icon.
Right here.
Right there. Yep. Now it'll look like it's ready to go for Proffie.
Do I close out the applications window?
Sure. I want to say someone said you shouldn't launch from a shortcut. I don't think that's what that was, but if you quit out of Arduino, that's going to disappear at the bottom. Then you'll have to go back to your applications folder. So it's all good. I just want to see if yours is going to compile. So go ahead and open that Arduino window up a little bigger so we can see more down. Yep. Yeah, expand that.
How do I expand it? Oh, right here.
That works too. And so you see the second line down that says define config file, config default Proffie board. Yep. Right, you see the 2 slashes in front of that line?
In front of this line?
The 2 forward slashes? Nope, one up at the very beginning. Yep. Delete those 2. Boom. Okay, excellent. Now go back to the top. Let's make sure we are in Proffie V2 and under tools at the top. We're on serial, SD card SPI, 80 smallest code. Okay, good. Now click the checkbox that we always click to try to verify and drum roll. Sorry, upper left corner. Yep.
So get out of this tools thing.
Nope. Yeah.
Here.
Click. Yep. His is gonna work. All right, Space.
Wait,
We
wait.
just gotta.
I gotta pray to the force.
We just gotta fix the destiny now.
Force.
Well, I want to try to like get Gabe up to speed on actually putting stuff into the saber and setting up the
Okay.
styles that he wants and stuff. That's the fun stuff. Mine, what I just did was I got a new Proffie OS download folder, deleted the other one. I put in like a default style and opened from Proffie OS Eno in that folder. And I'm still getting the same directory message. Can you believe that?
Jeez.
Oh, wait, maybe I need to check. Actually, there's so many things to check. I could check a couple more.
What does mine say?
Yours is beautiful. The music is perfect for it. So, so you see where it says done compiling?
Yeah.
Gabe? Okay. If you grab the line just above that and drag it up, it'll expand more of what you can see. No, kind of like you're expanding the window. So hover above the line just above done compile. Right? See where it changes to a different symbol? Bam. Now click and drag that up. Click and drag that up. There. Okay. So that basically shows you, you've used 78% with that config.
So
you're good.
Line. This isn't an error.
It's not. No, it'll do that depending on different things, type of thing. But as long as it doesn't give you a blatant error, you're good. But yeah, that's a good place to leave it right there. So next, we need to go get you a config file. So what we're going to do is go back to Frederick's site again, the one that is the configurator. And
that opens slowly.
And that is, there you go. And then we're going to scroll down, keep going. And this is where we choose all your options. You're good on the blade because you're using, blade. And then what was the number of pixels again, Space? 256 or something?
264.
264.
What else? All this other stuff stays the same.
Aren't you one button or are you two button?
One button, but it doesn't have
Okay.
a switch on the inside, so I click on that.
Yeah, that's fine. But you're gonna see where under buttons where there's two momentary pull downs.
Yes.
You're gonna pull down the second one and say none. Now that makes sure you're in one button mode. Okay. And scroll on down.
This over here stays the same, right?
Yeah. If you were using a crystal chamber or like side quillions for a Kylo blade, you'd mess with all that. Okay, so keep going all the way down to that white box at the bottom and see where it says copy to clipboard. Bam. Okay, now we're going to go back to that Proffie OS folder on your desktop.
Oh, wait. That was...
Just minimize your browser. The yellow, caution. Minimize that one as well. And then you're going to go into your Proffie OS folder. You're already in there, and scroll up and see where it says the folder says config. You're going to open that. And so it doesn't matter which one you grab. Just like see the one that says Proffie board config.h.
Right here.
Yeah. Now duplicate that. If you go under edit, you can just say duplicate. Okay, I lied. Can you right click on it on your on the file? Or you can do an Apple D. Oh, nope, you won't be able to launch it from there. Click on it once, or you can do a copy paste. But I just do Apple D if you know how to do that on your keyboard. Yeah, you can do copy, and then you can do paste. That works too.
And where do I paste it?
Sorry, these are my old Photoshop shortcuts I'm always doing. So then you're going to paste it. Yep, and it's going to make a copy of it. Okay, so you're going to remove the word copy. And then you're gonna, where it says Proffie board, you're gonna put in, whatever we call it. What was it before? Gabe, the name of the AZ.
Yeah, but you could put like Gabe Saber or whatever your Saber name is. Like I forget what it was called.
Sorry.
Gabe's-
AZ Sabers
Gabe-
Vendari.
There you go.
Don't make it too long though, because I've noticed on other times where I've had success with things that the longer name didn't work. I don't know.
Yeah,
Leave it as Rendari. That's the name of the saber, and that's the name of the.
perfect.
Yeah. That's
So highlight the whole thing, the name.
Oh shoot! What did I
Where'd
do?
it go?
No worries.
Right
At the
here.
bottom. You always know where it is.
So highlight everything.
Yep. Copy it.
Why is this saying copy? Hold on.
Weirdly, just a minute ago, I tried Control V on a name in this
That's-
folder, and it didn't copy it. It wouldn't paste it.
That's fine, Gabe.
I had
You
to
can
just
say
type
copy.
it in.
You can say under edit, you can say copy. Well, that's gonna copy the file.
But we don't want to copy.
Yeah, no, you want to
I just want to copy the
text.
name, or just so you could rewrite the name into where you need it to go.
Yeah, that's fine. You can copy that. I'm pretty sure you can do it that way. I do shortcuts with the Apple C, Apple V on the keyboard. So go to Arduino. And then go ahead and put those forward slashes back in front of that define. Yep. Space. Okay. Now go up to the first one and see where it says your config file name here. You're going to highlight that. Yep. And paste. Boom. Now you're going to take out the two forward slashes. Maybe get rid of that space. I don't think it matters, but yeah, there we go. And then we're gonna minimize that, and then I actually scramble the step. So minimize that and go back to Frederick's page because we got to recopy your config now. Oops.
This page or no, this one?
Yeah. So just click that, copy the clipboard again. Yep. And now go back to your desktop, go to the Proffie OS folder. And so you are going to take that file that you created, the Vendari, and you're going to drag that. Oh, wow, we got to get text edit at the bottom of your screen somewhere. Right click on it. Hopefully.
When you're gonna right click, hover your mouse over like the little icon. I think that helps.
Sometimes, do you have a trackpad? Is that what it is, Gabe?
click.
No, I got a mouse.
Control. Hold Control if there's no right click on your mouse, and then click.
Control.
Yep.
There you go.
Open with. There you go. We're going to say open with. Now, we really should get his text edit down there at the bottom because he's going to use that a lot.
Right.
I just drag it from here into the dock down
Well,
here.
Yes, I think so. Or from your applications folder. I don't know if it'll work from there, but from your applications folder, you can drag it down and it'll always stay there.
There you go.
Text edit.
Right here, text edit.
Shortcut mode, beauty.
Boom.
Okay, so now you can close your applications and then now pull that vendari.config h into text edit, as in like you're going to drag it over top of the icon.
Oh,
that's okay. It's okay that you launched it. It doesn't matter. So click and hold right on the icon, not the text, and then drag that down on top of text edit and let go.
Boom.
No? There it is. No? Where'd it go?
There it is.
There it is.
Took a moment.
Okay. So now you're going to highlight all of that.
Something on here says error, unknown Proffie.
That's okay. And you're going to want to delete it all. Click again because it looked like there was this extra space. Click toward down a little bit. Is that all of it? There you go. Now click delete again. Okay, cool. And now you're going to paste. Boom. All right. So number blades 1, volume 1000 is fine for now. Change your clash threshold to. Do you feel like that saber's super sensitive? Well, I don't know what they have it set to.
Nah, not really.
I've been
Maybe
using
2.5?
2.5, 3. Yeah. Yep.
Here,
Uh-huh.
put 2.5.
If you do 3, just put 3.0 or put 2.5.
Let's do 2.5.
Right. Perfect.
And I want to change this to 1200.
That's fine.
Why don't you
Okay,
push
yeah.
it to 1275?
Now, just for fun, let's save that.
How so?
File save.
File save.
Right here.
Yep. And every time you make a change in here before you go back to Arduino to upload this file, you're going to want to remember to save every time. Otherwise, it won't know it's updated.
Like this is what it'll
so just to make sure
to for your setting.
Yeah. Until you get it in Proffie OS 6 edit mode, this is where you're going to make all your blade changes and stuff, and your volume and clash sensitivity.
Is it in here? Set it up to remember the colors and remember everything when I shut it down?
Yeah, but we're going to go ahead and go over to Arduino, and I just want to make sure that we're cooking with gas before we go any further.
Arduino.
Yeah, man. Okay, so and now it's checkbox time, and Space can cue angel music.
We need all the prayers. Anybody out there that can pray for this coffee board to work? Pray for this to go down the pipeline and into Gabe's saber.
Any forced mental donations you can afford to.
Where's blessings they can
Focus makes
away.
you stronger.
It's gonna do it, Space. Look at that. Huh.
Filing Proffie board.
Proffie.
Proffie! That could be a dog's name. Could be a pretty good dog's name.
Yeah, Proffie.
All right, here we go. Uncompile.
What does this say? Does it say like 50%, 70%?
Yeah, that makes me so happy. 75%. Yeah. Okay, so here's where it gets fun. It's pretty much time to go to FET's site. I mean, we could type in the save state, but we'll just do that next time we get in there. So it's time to go to FET263's site and blow your mind. Well, you've already been there. What am I saying?
Go to Google.
You can just type in FET263.com. Super easy. There it is.
Did I go to Proffie library or just up here?
Yeah, style library is fine. Proffie OS style library. Yep. OS 6. All right. Pick your poison.
What do you mean?
Now, this is going to correlate. So, first of all, I don't know if we're kind of skipping over a step or not, but Gabe has to kind of have an idea of what his fonts are going to be, right? So, Gabe, like, how many fonts do you want on your lightsaber? Do you want 2, or do you want 10, or do you want 5? Like, how many fonts do you want?
5 is probably fine. You know, I don't overdo it. My Ascend only had 1 font on a CFX.
All right, so you're going to have like 5, you said?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to that back to that text edit file and let Jedi Arms Dealer show you, like, keep this window open, don't close this out because we're going to come back here.
So
go back to that text
minimize
edit.
You're going to go back to text edit, right? Is that where we're going?
Yeah, we're going to go back to text edit. I want you to walk him through just deleting all but 5 banks. So, like, whatever it says here, it's going to say, like, the font name, which he doesn't have because he's put in other ones. So, each one of these represents a style, represents a sound font. So if we can get down to just 5, and then, Gabe, what you're going to do is, follow his instructions to delete certain lines here. And then you're going to decide on those 5 fonts. And we're going we're going to call them out with the name of the font that you're going to call it. So like if you're going to get a kyberphonic font called Vader or something, we're going to type in Vader in a certain spot and stuff. So
that's a problem I'm having now, where with the way as it stands, I have to, keep the name of the previous. So I have
we're gonna like kind of fix that here. We're like, if you have a font in mind, like you're gonna put in our font from Civilized Sabers called Power.
Yeah.
Then you will just simply call this bank Power, and that's gonna literally associate to the font called Power. So you're not gonna have to play any mind games with the Proffie board anymore, and like, oh, I'm gonna put this in place of that Skywalker font and whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, what's really cool is it gets even better with OS 6, because now you can add a font to your SD card, plug it into the computer, not launch anything Arduino or otherwise, and add that sound font through the workbench, which is like this, which
so
is that
he won't
rice
have
type
to
of thing.
eject his SD card or anything.
What
you mean by that?
No, he can. Well, if the font is on the SD card, then you go into the workbench, and then that makes it syncs it up with the config. It's really cool the way they've set it up now.
Or user
a while ago, actually.
What blade style would it call in that situation? What blade style would it call?
Well, that's the thing. You can now rotate through all the blade styles that are listed there in your config in the workbench. It's crazy. We'll get there.
Mundo is on his way home on a Mundo Monday. He gave his prayers, and that helped. Cinzy, what's going on? Cinzy believed. He believed, and it worked. Alicia's praying.
Now the way we got that set up now,
the
way we save this now, these are the sound fonts that are in the hilt right now.
No, like since you haven't really communicated with the hilt, you just downloaded. What you did was you downloaded this, that like where that green screen from the Proffie website said download version 6.8 or whatever. So this is like their test file folder in a sense. Like this is their default. You know how Crystal Focus comes with a 12 or so fonts? Jedi Arms Dealer knows because he helped kind of make those smooth swing. So Crystal Focus comes with like 12 fonts on it, or 18 fonts, whatever it comes with.
Yeah.
Proffie comes with fonts too. Like since you just downloaded this as like a text file, there's also in that folder the actual fonts that correspond to this. You've played with them before, like I think on your other Proffie Saber, that's what's on there. I kind of forget what's on there, but there's like default ones, default blade styles where they're just kind of trying to show what the Saber can do with different blade styles, but you really want to set it up the way you want. So correlated inside the Saber, like this is not yet, but this is like there's two things you got to do. You got to make this list match the SD card. So step one is to like make your list. So that's why I'm kind of telling you to decide on like 4 or 5 fonts, whatever you decide. We're going to put them in here just by typing them in. And then we're going to correspond to that exact name. Like you're going to call the folder, like let's say you're bringing in a Vader font, but the Jesse's Vader font might be called Vader V2. Yeah. So you're just going to change the name of that to Vader, whatever you corresponded on this list, so that when it looks to your SD card, it's going to see, oh, that's what I'm looking to. Like I'm looking for Vader. I see it. And that's the folder I'm opening up to play as font 1. That's how the Proffie thinks,
Yeah.
So yeah, that teensy SF, Smooth Jedi, Smooth Gray. You've probably heard those boots. It's like Smooth Fuzz, all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember those.
That's what those are from the default package. So basically what Space is saying, if you want to delete, so you only have 5 of those remaining, we need to delete it from like very specific bracket to bracket so that we don't mess up the code.
Yeah.
So go ahead and expand that window so we can see all of it. There we go. That works. And so you can take it, like, see where it says presets?
Yes. Right here.
So you see the little, what do they call that, Space? I don't even know. The bracket?
Yeah, maybe like I can't see too well. Like maybe is there a way he can zoom in on this by hitting Command Plus? Would that work here? Or would that
actually Space, I think you can do that if you click Command Plus on your keyboard. Try it. Because I thought I did that with ours. No?
No.
Okay. So yeah, Gabe.
Yeah.
But will it only do that on the internet space?
I'm not sure. I think only on the
don't
internet,
either.
right? Will it not do it here? Or maybe
There it is.
There you go.
Oh, beauty,
There you
beauty.
go.
So
Apple
now I'm
Plus.
able to kind of see. Okay, yeah. So
Nice.
it's
We're
like
talking about this area right here, this bracket. He's talking about this.
Yeah.
Type thing.
So
yeah, so you
the
see where it
second
says there's like apostrophes and it says teensy something.
Yeah, right here.
So within that, that's your first font. Okay, so it's called teensy whatever. So figure out what your first font is right now and type in between those apostrophes the name that you, and actually you should, I mean, you could write it down or you could just keep referring to this is fine. We're just going to need to know in a couple minutes when you actually retrieve these fonts. So preferably fonts you already have, and name it something as a number 1, and then we're going to go to the number 2, which is the next one in parentheses, a couple lines down.
Okay, so I can highlight here.
Yeah.
And then just type in the name. Like the first font on here is the exclusive font for which is
exclusive.
Vendari.
Yeah. I'd
So-
keep that.
Oh,
one.
okay. So maybe call that Vendari.
So that's what I'm saying. That could be Vendari. That's the first one on there.
Excellent.
And then you see right underneath there, it says style something normal. Maybe I don't know what it says there.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't touch that right yet, but that's what we're gonna replace that line in a couple moments with whatever code FET263 spits out for whatever choice you make. So if you're like, I love this blade style, you hit the button on FET263's website, it's gonna give you a style code. This style code right here happens to be very short. It's only about one line. Yeah. Some of the style codes in the FET263, you're going to see it's like a whole paragraph or a couple paragraphs, but it's just going to sit right there. And that's going to house your blade data, right? So the part where you wrote Vendari, that's going to correlate to the font in the folder. The next part of there, after the apostrophe, it says tracks. And depending on what tracks you put on your lightsaber, you know how on a Proffie board, now I'm not sure how the 1-button Proffie board works because you have a 1-button Proffie board, but a Proffie board with 2 buttons, when you hit the activation button when the saber's already on, it's going to start playing a track. You know, it's a really, really cool feature. Like Crystal Focus has this too. The old boards never could do this, where you can never play with the saber and listen to music. These new ones you can. So depending on the tracks that are on your saber, you might have to replace that name, Tracks Venus, with, you'll put in the name. So it might be like Star Wars intro or, you know, Star Wars main theme. And so that track will be also associated with font 1, Vendari. You could have different tracks associated with the next font, So, you know, like let's say you have a Leia font, or like we're going to do for your wife, right? We're going to do a Leia saber. We're going to put some Leia fonts on there, and she's going to be able to hit a button if she had Proffie to let's say play the Leia theme song while the Leia font on the Leia saber, you know, it actually could be pretty freaking cool. Like, you know, you could have a Star Trek font and play the Star Trek theme, or, you know, a Vader font and play the Imperial March and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's pretty cool to have that option. And right underneath there where it says style is obviously the style. So for the second font you're going to go to the next one, which says Smooth Jedi, right? And then highlight that in between the apostrophes and type in the second font name that you're going to have.
That one I think was called the Margrave. Margrave.
Okay. And then skip a line where it says styles, like the next line, style, there's a style code, and go to the third font name and replace that with another font name that you're going to have on there that you choose for your saber.
I'd like to fall in order.
I think you liked one that was called Blue from Kyberphonic. Maybe you want to include that somewhere. All right, so don't have a space.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hold on, I'm sorry. That's Survivor.
Yeah, if you want to put Survivor on one of them. And so when you're typing these in, don't have I don't think you should have a space, but let's see. So the next one, it says Rogue Commander. Replace
Awesome.
that name.
How about this one? Smooth
Oh,
Fuzz.
Smooth
Smooth
Fuzz.
Fuzz,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So Smooth Fuzz replaced with something that you're gonna have.
All right.
And then Rogue Commander can be replaced with another name that you would like.
I don't think I have any of these fonts, Gabe.
Well,
I
Gray,
have a lot of fonts.
this one up here, right here, Gray Paladine,
Mm-hmm.
that just dropped tonight from BK Saber Sound, and it's sick. I just got it. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just downloaded it and popped it in the hilt before we went on live, so I can just kind of get a preview of it. It's pretty nice.
Nice.
All right, Vendari Margrave, Survivor, Great Paladine. I think that's it for now, to be honest with you.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so
you've
have
got 4.
Jedi Arms Dealer explain to you what to delete. Because see, JAD at the end of this list, I think there's one. There's one set that almost looks like a blade style and look into a font, but it's something else.
Yeah, you're thinking of the POV blade, and that takes up a ton of code space. So we're gonna get rid of those.
Okay, good.
So basically, Gabe, you see at the towards the bottom where it says blade config blades.
Down here, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you see the kind of like frowny bracket face just above that.
Oh, up here.
Yep. Now go up one more line and go to the very end where it says battery level. I probably should have just started with that. Go to the very end and click. Yep. Now you're going to highlight that all the way up to, go up until you're going to delete underneath. You're going to go to TH crystal. Yep. Now go all the way to the left. Nope, not quite that far. Now go all the way to the left. And yeah, so you're going to delete all that right there.
Including the bracket?
Yep. Yes. Okay.
Should he
All right.
save now?
Yeah, save, and then when I do something drastic like this,
This
save
major,
and then
you
go,
have to verify again, right?
and then yeah, let's go back to Arduino and clicky the checky.
You have to
All
get
right,
verified.
so save first.
Yes. That way it updates it.
It'll look to it, and it'll be this and not the previous version.
All right,
And
and
let's
where do
go
I
ahead
go
and
from here?
make yeah, back to Arduino, and then click the verify checkbox button, and let's make sure we don't have any errors. And you'll get in a rhythm with this where you're going to want to do it. I do it every time I paste in. Well, I used to do it every time I paste in a new blade style. But
Me too. Because I would paste in 3 or 4 blade styles and do it, and there'd be an error, and I don't know what happened.
yeah,
I don't know what I did wrong.
but you can. This is really cool with text edit. You can Command Z even after you save. I kind of recently discovered that, so that's pretty cool.
As long as you don't close the entire text edit program, right? So as long as he leaves text edit open,
yes,
Gabe, like when you're doing this by yourself, you leave text edit open. Don't like be closing out every time you make a change. And then as long you're saving periodically and doing this test. How does that look?
Bam, bam. That looks gorgeous. That looks sexy AF.
Thank you for the prayers. We needed them this time. We got a success.
Now
we're not crying. All right, so what do you think, Space? Do we go ahead and get his SD card ready, or do we go ahead and
BK Saber's new font, Gray Paladin, is sick. Hedge of Reality already has the font, just like Gabe. They're ahead of the game.
It's awesome.
They are sabering the moment.
I gotta hear this then.
Yeah. Like a
So
great
what do you
Jedi.
think,
Pretty nice.
get the SD card ready, or go ahead and grab some.
Oh yeah.
styles?
So what I think he could do is pick his blade styles. That's exciting, and then so he can get into the rhythm of putting the blade style code into the proper place, and then doing this test again. So let's put in like 1 or 2 blade styles, and then do the test. So Gabe, you know what these fonts sound like that you picked, right? All of them.
Yes.
So you can think about it. So like, let's say the first one, you know how that sounds. You got to pick like what kind of blade style do you want. You could click on any of these to get like a YouTube preview, and then we're going to get like a style code once you pick kind of like the color and any other little variables. Like I think from what I remember, I haven't done this in a while, but you could like tune up. Like, so let's say you like the blade style, but you want it to have a specialized ignition. He has like lightning ignitions. He's got flared emitter ignition, like ray saber turning colors at the bottom before it actually ignites. Different types of ignitions, different types of flicker, right? Whether it follows the audio pattern of the font or not. So there's some choices even beyond like picking the blade style. You can actually fine tune it. So you can look through here and kind of like, yeah, pick like
so
like.
Is that what this is? These videos?
Yeah, that's
right
like
there,
displaying his default for that blade style, right? And then you could tune it up.
Like OT stops. What I've been putting on Jeff's saber for his LS6. Been using a lot of those for the
so
LS6.
I definitely want the Cal Kestis for the
cool.
my Survivor.
Good choice.
Well, you can start there. So if you know what you want for a Survivor, JAD, help him through this. I can't kind of read what it says there.
Scroll down a little bit further, Gabe. Just a little bit, and see all those red buttons where it says main blade, secondary. Yeah. That's everything you need from main blade to crystal chamber to accents, and then you can build a custom sequence. We're going to click on main blade, of course.
I do like when it has that white flare at the bottom when it first ignites and it goes blue.
There's even an option to like key, like I did it one time where I kept the white flare at the bottom the entire time.
Oh,
it's kind of like, I didn't like it after a while, but at first it was really cool.
All right, so here's where it gets crazy. Right now, the power is turned on to your saber. You could leave it on if you want to like play with the, like picture the saber's powered up right now. See that power button where it says it's blue right below the picture of the saber? Yeah, now click that off. And so it's basically going to show you what your saber is going to look like, your blade style is going to look like when you change hundreds of these things down below.
Yeah, so like when if you're like, you know how some people want a faster ignition or a slower ignition, this is like where you can preview what that's like. So if you hit power again there, it'll show you how like the ignition is going to look.
Yeah, so you've got swing effects. So power it up just for fun, and then click swing. It may not have a swing effect. So click on swing. Yeah, okay, there's nothing. Go to clash. That'll show you your current clash settings. So it's like a white.
It's like a white split clash.
Yeah, like
starts at one spot and flares out.
Yep. Click blast.
Like that one. Animated.
Yeah, and then you got lockup.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
that's a lower localized lockup, and then so you got tip drag. So you can change all the colors of all these things and how they react and respond. There's your lightning block if you want to take down Sidious. And there's your melt through the wall, the door.
Oh.
Now, where do I change the color of the blade if I want it blue?
So you see where it says Fallen Order Cal Kestis, just below that where it says base color, make that blue.
Simple enough.
Yeah, you just kind of
there might be
down
multiple
and
blues to pick from here.
That's going to be like a true blue, just straight up, you know, blue only. You've got ice blue, Dodger blue is a little, kind of a little mixture.
You dodgy little bastard.
Yeah.
I don't know. They look.
I like the Dodger blue because the color, the different color effects when you start scrolling down look really sick on that Dodger blue. So you have color type. Basically, what that's going to do is I think it scrolls between two different colors or something. But you pull that down, you could click on it, and you just any one of those things and see what it does.
What am I doing?
Just click on any of them. Basically, you're just playing with this stuff until you get what you want. Yep. Try it. So there it's rotating between like a purple and your Dodger.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's wild.
So it'll do that all the time once you ignite the blade. So yeah, I'm not really quite sure what the swing reset does. I need to watch 15 billion hours of FET263's videos because there's so much.
Did you
So-
say what
so-
what the swing effects do? Well, I know like there's like that swing white or swing bright, right? That kind
Yeah.
of, and I don't like that on certain colors. Like if you have it on red and it has swing bright to white, it looks pink when you swing it. So it just
Mhm.
depends. Sometimes it looks cool on
That's
blue.
further down. It's further down the list where we can mess with all the swing settings. That base modification, I believe, is where you can like make the blade either go from the emitter out or from out into the emitter backwards. I think that's what that does. You can play with it and see. I haven't used it yet. The base modification pull down.
Now, the main blade pixels, that stays at 132.
That doesn't matter there. If you open that up, Gabe, it's just basically changes the way your display looks.
Oh.
So it's so like click on 20 pixels and it'll shorten the blade. So all that is your preview. So that doesn't change anything in the code. Okay. So if you're doing a crystal chamber, you'd want to make a little tiny short blade just so you get a feel for what it would look like.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep scrolling down. And so does that font have a pre-on?
No, I guess not.
Okay. Well, no, this if it did, then you could mess with these if it had a pre-on sound. You know, like when I did
like when
I
it
did the
says
font
something and might be
power.
like, you know,
Yeah, like when I
Yeah.
did the font power and it sounds like it's struggling to start up. It's like zzz, 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 that's a pre-on.
Oh, look,
So-
it has Ray Trust Spark, green to blue.
There you go. There it is. But that will only work if it has a pre-on sound in the font package. So
Oh, and it doesn't. So
right. That's
wait,
why
well, are you sure it doesn't, Gabe? Because you would need to look in the or you're sure because you play with it so many times that it doesn't have it?
You can activate it and it won't hurt anything. I activate it for all my fonts because I don't have memorized which ones have pre-on sounds, and so I just activate it for all of them, and then I know it'll work if it has a pre-on. So I just got.
So if you've selected one, Gabe, go up to power and hit power to see what it does. I can't really tell, but did it do something there?
You have to click pre-on. There you go.
Oh, I do see it. Green.
Because he's clicking pre-on instead of power now.
Oh, I see.
Yep. So I activate them just because, like I said, I don't have memorized which fonts have a pre-on sound. So if you always put it in your blade style and it has a pre-on, then it will work.
cool.
Okay. Ignition effect. Pull that down. And so that's going to change. Yeah, you can just play with that. Power it down and power it back up. See, that's your spark tip ignition. It leads with a white lead.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the ones Space likes, where it's got the white tip when it goes up. There it is.
Sometimes I like that.
Yeah.
I like the one that does Proffie have that where like the saber comes on and then a white kind of gleam like an anime sword goes up.
Yeah. Or the one where the whole blade flashes white and then it settles into the color.
Yeah, that's nice too.
Yeah, all that's in here now.
I don't see any difference in this one. White fade. So much.
Try center out and you'll see what it does. It's basically changing your ignition effect.
Enter out here.
Yeah, try that to see what it does. There, see what that does? Like stops it in the middle or opens in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's all that kind of stuff is your ignition effects. And then you've got regular standard ignition at the top. Metal forge like heats up like a piece of steel. It changes colors from like, red to white hot. Like in the white bin.
Oh, that's
the reverse, yeah.
I kind of like the
You like the spark tip ignition.
yeah.
Now you can change that white to a different color too. I thought you could. Yeah, it's down below. Ignition power effect.
Add on.
I haven't messed with those yet. I know that when you start scrolling through the options in edit mode in Proffie OS 6, that gives you more capabilities on that blade style. But I haven't messed with it too much just because I'm trying not to make it too crazy for Jeff.
So this is at 300 and interactive timer.
Yeah, you would lower that number, I believe, if you want it to ignite faster. Cruise up the blade faster.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Okay, so if you had,
Oh, here's
yeah,
Power Flash.
mhm.
Is that
So that's where the whole blade goes white and then settles into a blue.
that was nice.
That is pretty cool.
Isn't that? Unstable power forward.
Yeah, you can make yourself crazy going through all these.
Yeah, I don't want
And
to
so,
keep here all night.
yes, yeah, so you've got like 10 more things to go with pull downs with 50 more things in them. It's crazy.
Yeah. Let's just stay with none.
How I've been programming Jeff's Saber Space is I've literally been going through the font list and I'll just go down these pull downs and select a new one, copy paste, select a new one, next font, copy paste. You know what I mean? So he's gonna have all different blade styles for every font.
Yeah, I do that same thing. I really have fun with this stuff, like with Fett's website and making the different blade styles try to match like the character of the font. Mundo.
Hello, dearies. Mundo in the house. How you doing,
Mundo
guys?
Monday.
It is Mundo Madness Monday, and we are doing the Proffie.
Yeah,
my goodness.
We just now got some gasoline.
I saw. I've been listening, man. On the way home, I was listening. Looks like the Force Lightning prayers worked. What up, Felicia? What up, Cindy?
So, Gabe, real quick, if you want to.
What up, Gabe?
What up, Mundo? What's that?
Your clash. If you want to make those some color other than white, you can just rip through those real fast and just change the colors.
Oh yeah, like sometimes yellow is like screen accurate for clashes. Sometimes with blue and green.
Right here.
Yeah.
Cheers, Mundo.
Yeah. So
cheers.
See where it says white?
Cheers, guys.
Grab like a red or a yellow or something else, just so it's not always white. Because the default's white. I like to go in and mix them up. So like, if you're going to clash with a Sith, I like to select like red for this. That kind of stuff.
Sometimes purple's cool with the blue.
So look, they got. Is this supposed to be like screen accurate colors here? Is that what this is supposed to be?
I can't read those.
It says Navajo white and lemon chiffon. And I'm not quite sure why they're labeled that in this section, because this is
trilogy, animated series, and sequel trilogy.
Yeah. See, we need to get Fett 263 on here again.
And this is Fett 263's library, right?
It's crazy.
It looks great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So much now.
You know that. I mean, you know that Proffie that I've got. You know, it's gonna take a while for me to get to that, but once I do, man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this thing and learn everything about Proffie, man.
It seems to be working for Gabe so far.
So far, so good.
That's pretty sweet, man. It's pretty sweet. Each hedge.
All right, I'll leave it at yellow.
So your lockup, probably just flip that to, I don't know, red or something. Something crazy.
That works. So
that looks good. That is
whitish yellow, lemon chiffon.
Yeah, I worked on a few clamp cards this week.
Yeah, they look good.
Nice.
I saw them pictures. They look great. Your soldering skills got excellent.
Speaking of soldering skills, speaking of soldering skills, guys, I want y'all to critique me on these.
Look at this guy and his BBs.
Critique me on these here.
Nice. Look at them.
Dang, Mundo.
What do you think? Did I improve?
Yeah, man. You could pop those off and put them in your BB gun.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, check this out. One more thing before we kind of go back out that way.
Oh, that looks beautiful, Mundo.
I did this, but look at that. See right there? I kind of damaged it a little bit, and the reason why I did that is because, you know, if you're fighting and stuff, I wanted to kind of do like a little battle damage to it, right? Just like a little nick, like you're going, bah, and you get that saber just right there before you get your hand hit. Just a
Yeah.
small
years
nick.
and
That
banging
that one
around.
saved a finger.
See? Yeah. So what do you
Cool,
guys
cool.
think?
That looks
That's
great.
gorgeous, man. It
Little-
looks nice and
it'll work.
symmetrical.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I see there's a few of these that are not like too symmetrical because I don't want to make them too perfect, right? Because my way of thinking is that, these are for the low profile, more or less, right? So let me go ahead and slide it on in here. But I don't want to make them too perfect because in the real world, nothing is ever too perfect, right?
Yeah.
And then if you're finding like the space junk and stuff, like see if I can find one like this one here. This one is like not even perfect at all, right? But when you slide it in here, into the oops, dang, I can't even catch today. My goodness, so tired from work, man. When you slide it in here, you're gonna see that it looks perfect. See, it won't even stay because I sanded it too much probably, but look at that. I mean, it still looks perfectly symmetrical in there, right?
Yeah.
So when you slide it in there,
Tony Stark builds his in a cave.
and you know what's crazy though is that I hand sand these after I cut them. I cut them a little bit big, and then I start hand sanding them down, man.
That look great.
Oh yeah, that's what I do to make them fit like whatever saber it's going in. Because sometimes the different clamp cards just have a different like tightness to them when you tighten the clamp module, if that's what it's called. Whoops, what happened here? What'd I do?
Got me in thinker mode.
So what do
I don't know what happened there.
now that I told you the options I want, where do I go from there?
All right, you want to share your screen again, kid?
Yeah, somehow I lost it, Gabe.
Oh, I have to do it? Hold on.
Oh no, I have it. Sorry, I have it.
Gabe, you can do it. You can
There
do
we
it.
All right, so I'm
All right. You happy with all your selections?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's scroll all the way to the bottom. Actually, no, right there where it says get style code at the bottom in red.
I'm sorry, where?
Lower left corner, see where it says get style code? Bam. You're going to click that. Say, I agree. That 263 is the bomb.
I agree to use this style with the Jedi code of patience and perseverance.
Close this out?
Now, sure, unless you want to use it again for a different font. Okay, so you're going to minimize and go back to text edit. Yep.
Space has visited the South quite often.
Man, that sucker. Yeah. Okay, so you see where it says right underneath your Vidari, you see where it says style Norma PTR.
No, he's going to
in?
use that style for
my bad.
Survivor, was it?
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to put that for Survivor.
So basically, you're going to highlight that entire line underneath Survivor and just get to the comma and stop. As in the comma at the end.
All right.
That
After
Vendare
fire,
sound font
or-
sounds pretty badass.
So re-highlight it from the S all the way to the very last comma on that same line. Yep.
JAD, do you remember how when I would delete that, like the part that says fire, or sometimes it says cyan or whatever, and then it wouldn't work though?
Yeah, I don't think it does that anymore because we're using one. Oh, we're gonna find out. I think it'll be okay.
All right.
And so then if it doesn't work, then we're gonna have to go back to the old way. But I thought they fixed this in the new OS.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it was. I think it wasn't just a
It's been a while. I've had
taker.
success with this. So.
You know what? Maybe it would be worth it to look at my code. Go ahead and paste it in there. We can always go back. Command Z it. Whoa.
Whoa, Gabe. Are you tripping?
Nah, he's very concentrated, guys.
There's
He's
so you're
very
gonna
concentrated.
you're gonna open that all the way up.
Boom.
That's your new blade style.
That's one
Uh-huh.
complicated style.
That's the
Yeah, it
Matrix,
is.
not the Matrix.
Styling.
All
Okay,
right, so
so
let's actually test though. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's save that.
Your computer can barely handle this code.
Go back to check on here.
Yes, sir.
Did you save that in text edit?
Yeah.
He did.
All right,
he did.
sweet.
He's a pro
Yeah,
now.
it'll tell you if it worked.
Proffie Pro.
A Proffie Jedi
Good.
Pro.
Looking good. Yoda would be proud.
Mm.
Whoa, no!
Learn
Oh,
much
what
you
happened?
did.
Space
Learn much you
might be
did.
right. Space might
What
be right.
happened?
We had to leave that freaking blurb at the end. So
That
let's
shit
go
looks like
back.
fire.
Let's go back to text edit,
Chet, what up, Chet?
and then to do an undo or an Apple Z. That's gonna undo
What's
what
going
we
on,
did.
Chet? Happy Mundo Monday. Thanks for being here.
It
And
is
so- Mundo
Mundo
out the
Monday.
Proffie word.
Mundo
Yeah.
Monday. Mundo
It's
Monday.
only been a
Uh,
couple years I've been trying to figure out this.
Leave the
Proffie.
space there, Gabe. I don't know if it matters, but try to grab it. Yeah, there you go. Now paste.
He's gonna need
So
that
for-
comma again, though. He's gonna need that comma before fire and after the style. I do believe.
And that is separating every
I-
one of those, right?
So
Those-
if we go and look, they started putting the comma in there, space.
Oh,
But it
okay.
wasn't. Yeah, I know. When you and I were doing
See
it
it.
before, it wasn't there. That's one thing I noticed recently on OS 6. I think.
All right, so Gabe,
Um,
save it and test it again. See if
You
it.
already saved it, Gabe.
Yeah.
See if it
Cool, cool.
compiles properly.
So does this change like every time a new OS comes out?
No, not this. Not this part of it. We're showing them. Not too much. To
Sort
get-
of like if we downloaded the newest Arduino, remember how different it looked?
Oh, no,
like that
I-
new link at the top.
yeah, the text edit window was. Were you asking about the text edit window, Mundo, or
No,
Arduino?
like this
Yeah.
Arduino program. When we first downloaded it from the very first link at the top, which was like the newest link, you know,
Yes.
they
Oh,
had
right.
an option for silicone chip, and it just looked totally different.
Mm-hmm.
We are
Oh, we
good.
did it. You did it, Gabe.
Yep.
Did it?
I
Nice
heard that little
job.
chime. Yeah, that little chime.
Got the cheers going on that one. All right, so that was correct. So you can just pick another font that you want to focus on. So if you want to focus on that Vendari font and you know what that sounds like and how you want the blade style to look, then start compiling a blade style based on one of those FET 263, blade style from his library. So like if you want to start with like a Fallen Order, or you want to start with an OT, or you want to start with a prequel font, or you want to start with like a special, Sauron eye, or whatever kind of thing he's got. So you can go back to that like FET style library and start playing around again with some other one.
So I think I'll keep it simple if I'm going to be using only 3 or 4 fonts. And I don't want to keep you guys on here too late. I just want to find.
The rotoscoping one looks OT.
Yeah, that is a good one, the rotoscoping one.
Which one though?
Well, are those just
you're-
different colors that they start out at? So he's kind of showing you the display, like for cyan, for deep blue, for red.
Also, some of them flicker more severe than others in those videos, but the way you select those is you see to the right where it says hyper responsive rotoscope original trilogy. Pull that open, and that's how it'll react based on all those different videos are labeled. So I like to use the audio rotoscoping original trilogy. Yup. And so that literally flickers to the to whatever the hum sounds like, or which is super realistic.
Let me get an idea here.
And you can make it really severe like it was on the Falcon.
I don't want it too aggressive. I like it
Okay.
more subtle, but
And
I
the
like
the one you chose is pretty chill.
I like that one.
Well, there you go.
And then here's another one. Let me see this.
You actually chose the OT version, original trilogy. So I'd find that one and see if.
OT all the way.
Always.
Nah, I don't like that.
What? What's not to like?
It's like a pulsing. I prefer.
That's a
It's
subdued.
nice, but I prefer more of a flicker than I do that pulsing.
You got
This
a
is
big
the erratic.
problem, man.
Get the pulse. Pulse.
My favorite thing seemed to be audio flicker. Like whenever I don't know if that's part of a lot of these. It's like part of it already. In the other program that he used to have, you would add audio flicker, and it kind of makes the blade go with the sound font. I think was the idea.
Margrave. This is the one.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that'll
second
go
sister.
with the sound font that you have.
Yeah, it's the one I downloaded.
Yeah, that's from the anime.
Yeah.
Visions, right?
Yeah, I downloaded the Margrave sound font, but because it's on a Proffie board, it still recognizes the old blade effect. So that's a good one too that I want to get because I got that. Audio flicker, random flicker. I don't want stable. I don't want flames, fire.
Gabe's gonna get shit that'll make people have seizures.
Yeah, man. Seizure blade. I do like the smoke blade. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty sick.
I need to get one of those for work, man.
Do they have like
going.
does he have like a Rise of Skywalker style or like Force Awakens style blue color and
well, if you go to the rotoscoping one, there's ones for the sequels. If you're wanting that.
That's what I'm looking for. I think it's the one I actually clicked on. No,
you clicked on original trilogy. So just go back down to your rotoscoping, which is the next one down. Keep going. And so see that default? Did you see audio rotoscope?
Right here.
Yeah, he's got them all labeled in there. So you've got your sequels single color for audio rotoscoping. That would be it. Which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down from there.
From here?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
So sequels.
So, then I can click on it. I will look.
Right, Felicia?
Yep.
I was thinking the same thing. But my brain went to elevator music.
And then yours was which one was it? This one.
I felt I was back in a casino for a minute there.
Yeah, I like
Gabe's not gonna get any sleep for 3 days after we showed him this.
Oh my god, this is
right.
This is cool, but it's like overwhelming. It's frustrating.
It is crazy. But
it'd be cool if you could, get it on your Saber, and then like when you want to like make a tweak to just one, it's not so big of a deal. Like, oh, I want the that to be a darker blue or something, different.
That's how
style.
It is now. That's how it is.
You won't have to do
mode.
everything, right? Yeah, like right now he's setting up everything, but
yeah,
it won't always be setting up everything. You'll kind of update this file when you want to update your stuff. And if you have another Proffie Saber, like the one we got for you a couple years back, you can just like put the same stuff on that one if you want to, or just copy paste the entire text file and SD card and add to it, for the other Saber, or delete something and add something, so you can kind of like use this as a base whenever you make changes and test it. As long as it's working, you can use this as a base for your other Proffie Sabers. It kind of makes the process quicker.
Yeah. All right, so this is all set. I just
using the same color main blade. Cool.
I guess.
Was that Dodger blue?
Is that what?
Hey, I saw some of Cindy's vids, man, with the sabers. Look pretty cool.
But it won't matter really what color you pick in there, Gabe, because once you go into color change, it scrolls through that whole wheel
Oh,
of
that's true. I
colors.
can change it to what I want. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'll leave it as Dodger Blue for now.
and we got to remember to put that save state define in there, Space.
Oh yes, he needs that. He needs that because when he wants to make adjustments on the fly, then they'll stick.
So
Right.
I go here now that I copied it. Right.
Now, which
go.
which font is that going to be for?
I'll put it for
Vendari?
Vendari because Vendari has blue. It's all blue. So I only copy up into here, right?
Yeah, leave
Correct.
that cyan bit at the end. For some reason, it
Yeah.
likes to have that. I
So
don't
then-
know why.
Sorry,
But
I steered you guys in the wrong direction. I thought they changed that. I'm always working with the multi blades, so
and
That
then
multi-
different in my
Titan, what up,
config.
Titan? Ah, dude, yep, better late than never, but you're here, buddy.
and then go to Arduino and hit check.
Booyaka
What's
shot.
going on, Titan? Yeah, we're trying to set up Gabe Saber tonight. I hope it helps. It's gonna help me too. I'm learning. I'm learning what's going on. I'm a Proffie Padawan. I'm learning what's going on. Mundo's learning.
I'm learning. I'm gonna
Jedi
have to
Arm Stealer
relearn all of
Revolver.
this because y'all started a little bit before me, so.
Jedi Arm Stealer is nice enough to help all of us novices work this out. He's done the research.
Right.
Well, I haven't set mine up in a while, so I'm a little rusty on the initial setup. So this is good for me too.
Hey Gabe, so are you gonna keep the blade blue for the Vendari sound font?
Yeah,
I think
my-
all his blades are going
all
to be
my
blue,
fonts
aren't they? He doesn't
All
fuck
my
around. What kind of
All your
Jedi do you think he is?
Okay,
says
so all
Jedi
of his
Fly.
fonts are
You
blue.
think a Jedi is going to change colors? Come on.
All right.
He's
good.
gotta have, well, he's gotta have a green in there.
A Jedi,
Right?
no, a Jedi don't change colors because if you're Qui-Gon or you're Yoda, are you thinking, oh, I got a green saber, I'll be blue today? No.
No,
They're
course
too busy
not.
fighting a war. They're too busy fighting a war like Gay will be fighting a war tomorrow.
You could psych out a Sith and temporarily make your blade red if you were a Jedi, and you'd be like, "Sweet, he's one of me," and then walk up and slice him.
right?
All right. So I'm gonna
So this weekend I started working on the F-16.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
So that's what
I
I'm.
haven't seen any of those like completed, unless I'm, you know,
Yeah.
I might be looking in the wrong places. But on my YouTube
Yeah.
feed, I got a lot of Saber channels. I don't see any completed really.
Yeah,
So
there's a
many
few.
sabers.
There's a few completed. There's a few, and I saw one or two, and I am using Smuggler's Outpost chassis system from Albert Flores, and geez, what did I do with it? Yeah, so I got it here. So I started working on it, and that's where the pins that you saw, those I started that yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, I text Albert and I said, "Hey man, you know, your chassis is gonna take a 22 millimeter speaker, right?" He says, "Yeah, we got the KR's 22 millimeter, so I'll have to order one of those and a second resistor for the buttons from, and you know, all this is from TCSS, so." Except for the chassis system, and so I need to get those parts. And once I did, like I said, I was texting Albert, and he was telling me that I don't need a recharge port because of the deep sleep
You
mode.
don't need no man.
No recharge port or no kill key, since I've got the deep sleep mode in there for the CFX. So it's all like, cool. That should be an easier build for me this time, you know?
Yeah, it's always better like you've completed one, so now you kind of know where to start. You know what has to happen.
Boom! Boochaka.
Really, it worked.
Yep.
It worked. Beauty.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, see now, Space. Come on, man. You couldn't have screwed up there. You should have gotten the one. It's working. It's working.
Eye of the Tiger. Well, it's not really working just yet, but I mean, he connected, but
Well, okay. We'll put that on. I stand corrected.
Don't give him too much credit. Don't give him too much
I
credit.
stand corrected. Okay. Titan says Jedi or Sith with a double personality. They can switch from one side to the other. So if you would, the lightsaber switch from one color to another with a personality. That would be me.
That's like the bipolar Jedi will have
That
some red
yeah.
fonts and some blue fonts. Be able to just go ape shit at any moment. Kind of like Vader, like Kylo, just like get mad at their computer and smash their computer. Actually, we need like a clip of Kylo just smashing the computer. So like when we get mad at our computer, we can play that.
There you go. Yeah, right.
I think I even got rid of, you know how StreamYard doesn't only lets me keep like 100 videos, and you'd think that's a lot, but I think my it's working is gone right now. I don't see it.
Oh, really? Is it?
Oh no, it's here. It's here.
It's working! It's working!
That's how I felt when I got my memory saver done, man.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And it sounds good, but I think I need a better speaker for it because some fonts are like better sounding than others, you know? And I think I can remedy that with a better speaker. But I got, Novastar as that He-Man font. I put the He-Man font on there, and with the red blade, oh my God, it is cool, man. It's got the orange bright, and of course it's not smooth swing, right? But it works almost pretty damn close to smooth swing, and it's got the slow ignition blade. So when you hear He-Man go in, I have the power, and that blade is still going up,
Yeah.
right? Right? And then when it says, let the power return, and then you got that slow retraction down. Oh, dude, that kills it, man. I'm so in love with that font.
Booyaka.
That's cool.
All right, done. I don't want to keep you guys. Where do I go?
You
Oh, so
were rocking
you selected each one for each font?
Yeah.
Dang,
All right, so
dude, you're
JAD,
cooking
let's
with
get
kerosene.
him to have that memory thing put in there too. If we didn't do that yet.
Yeah. So yeah, expand your text. Yep.
See you. I'm late. Apologies. Nah, dude, you're good, man. You good?
Scroll up towards the top and see where it says. I mean, you can put it anywhere, but see where it says like enable SD. Hashtag define enable SD. Yep. Click there. Click return on your keyboard. And you're going to do hashtag define. And then space, all capitals.
Space.
Yeah.
That's where you're supposed to put your pronouns in there.
Space window.
Make sure the saber knows
What to call you?
So caps lock, and you're going to type in save_state.
Save New Jersey State.
Save our state.
And then just click on save.
That's correct.
Do I have to run
Basically-
it to Arduino again or no?
No, not that. That should be
That
right.
should be good.
Basically, what that does is it tells your saber to remember what font you're on, what colors you've selected for your blade. With color change, it saves all that data now. Whereas before, I think you guys said it wasn't doing that, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And he was like, like selecting certain colors and then turn off the kill key back on, and then it's like back to whatever original default color. So now it'll be, and now it'll also stop on the right font. So like, let's say he's playing with his Vendari font, turns off the saber, comes back, it's going to be right in that same spot again, I believe. So that'll be good.
Right on. So what do you think, Space? SD card time?
Yeah. So what you're going to want to do, Gabe, is like make a folder on your desktop, right? So we need on your desktop, what we need now is like a copy of your SD card on the desktop, in a folder, and then a copy of that folder. So basically two, like we want whatever you've got now just to save. leave it on the, kind of save it somewhere. And then we want a duplicate of that so that we can start making edits to the duplicate.
So he needs to get his SD card out of the Saber now?
Yeah, unless you've already copied that over to the desktop. What you'll need is to extract the SD card.
So what do I
copy
need this
paste
folder?
all the contents. Yeah, you need like a folder here made that's called Vendari Saber 1.
Or Vendari fonts. Or Vendari SD card.
Vendari SD card number 1. And then once you've got that populated with your Vendari contents, just duplicate that folder and call it Vendari Saber 2, whatever.
So you've got an original and a copy. Yep.
Yeah.
Well said.
So what do I put in here?
You're going to place in there all your SD card files that are in your Saber right now. So you're going to need to like pop open that part of the Saber and throw in your SD card to a compatible, USB. Oh, he's got it already.
Yeah, it's already.
Okay. Yeah, so drop all that into a
duplicate
folder.
Boom.
And drop it over here.
Yep.
Now the thing is that I don't want some of these fonts, but I renamed.
Yeah, you're gonna get rid of. But I just want you to have a duplicate of your OG files. Like I always call it, like whatever Saber it is, and then OG.
Yeah.
That means that's what came on the Saber, right? Yeah. So if we ever want to like revert to that, we can revert to that. But your new folder is basically just going to be populated with the tracks. So they might have given you tracks. We want to make sure that gets over there.
Mm-hmm.
And they might have given you something you want to get over there, like one of those fonts, Margrave or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And Dari. So you want to put them in the right spot now.
OS 6 has changed where the tracks folder goes now in stuff space. So we can go ahead and start setting them up for OS 6.
Yeah. So I think there might be tracks folder in each font now or something. I forget how that works.
You can actually just leave it in the font now. I did verify that because you asked me about that last time. So that is true.
Hey, what's going on, Chuck? Chuck says, hey, guys, sorry I'm late.
What up, Chuck?
I've a problem trying to get a Mace Windu purple. It's never right. Have you tried getting Mace Windu purple on Proffie board? I don't know if FET263 probably has a few different purples, and then there might be ways to get other purples as well. But yeah, like sometimes a purple could look like too magenta, too pink, or too blue, too right? I like all different purples actually. Like my most favorite purple that actually ends up being the brightest. A lot of people say that looks pink. Because like to a lot of people it looks pink, but that's when you get like the brightest purple, I think, when it looks kind of pink.
True.
He says, glad to see we're up and running with Proffie. Thanks, Chuck. Yeah, it's finally working, if not for me, for Gabe, and that's more important because Gabe has Proffie Saber that he needs to play, the fonts that he wants to play and have the settings that he wants. Because I mean that's the most fun, like when it's set up the way you want. You're the wielder of that saber. It should reflect like what you want. So, it came with the default stuff. It's all nice. We made a couple videos, but Gabe wants his own colors and his own, his own style, his own blade styles. Because a lot of times he'd pick up the saber since it didn't have the memory situation going. It wasn't saving his settings. He'd start up the saber and it'd be like a purple blue combination blade, which looked kind of weird. That wasn't really what he's into. So
gradient blade type of thing,
like a gradient blade, which it looked cool if you're seeing it for the first time. But if you're just trying to make a saber like based on your personality, based on your Jedi character, sometimes some colors aren't going to work. Like he turned on the saber, it was red. That's not really going to work for what he wants. Chuck says static with audio flicker at 75 is good. Yeah, I like audio flicker. That's really nice. Really nice feature.
You got a copy of that folder now, Gabe?
Yeah, I saved it. Well, I mean, it's still going. It's got like 15 minutes or something. It's saying on 14 minutes.
What?
I mean,
We
Yeah,
really
well,
don't even need that.
Yeah, it would have
We
been.
really don't
faster,
even
though,
need
if
that.
we
That was
just-
kind of an extra step I was making you do.
Yeah.
What you can do is make a blank folder on the desktop. You could leave it going in the background to copy, which is fine. But just make a new folder on the desktop called whatever, Vendari Saber New or something, Vendari Saber 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find the fonts that you picked already. So Vendari and Survivor and those different fonts. And what you want to do is make sure you're grabbing the Proffie folder out of those fonts and copy paste them into a blank folder. It doesn't have to be in order or anything, as long as it has the same name. What you're going to do is after you drop them into a new folder, copy them. Don't just pull them from wherever they're at, right? Copy them, paste them. It's going to take a couple minutes. Put them into a new folder. Just those 4 or 5 fonts, right, that you picked. And then we're going to need to make sure that the folder name matches up with the name you gave them in the text list, the text list that you made for your lightsaber.
Yeah.
So if Vendari isn't precisely called Vendari, just make sure it's exactly how you put it over there. But like I said, make sure these are all duplicates. You don't want to just be dragging the original folder away from wherever it is. So, copy Vendari from wherever it was and put it in a new folder. Copy Survivor from wherever that is, put it in a new folder. And that way, when it looks to find these, it's going to find them. It's going to see exactly that name. The folder is going to be called that name. And as far as track stuff, we can make them match up some other time. Like those don't have to be.
I'm not big on tracks, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you don't like seek to play with those.
Nah,
Not that I've seen. So
I never got into that stuff.
plus, I don't know how to make them activate on a 1-button saber. I guess it's probably similar, right? It's probably similar. Like you probably hold down the button after the saber's on. It probably plays the track.
Yeah.
So is your SD card in your computer right now, Gabe? Or
No, I have the hilt plugged up with a USB.
oh, that's why it's copying so slow, because that's a super slow transfer speed through there. That's all right though, because now it's saying 32 minutes.
All right, Mundo, tell us a story.
You got
Okay, on story, on like what? What do you want to hear? What kind of story? I mean, the sky's the limit, man. Sky is the limit, dude. Like, are you talking like work stories? Are you talking like bar stories, or
Maybe
you
tell
tell
us
me?
a bar story. Tell us a Mundo bar story.
Bar
You can even
story.
make
Oh
one
my
up.
god.
Make up a
no,
bar
I don't
story
need
and-
to. I don't need to. I'll tell you what. One of the best bar stories in my life is how I met Kelly.
Oh, let's
I
hear it.
met Kelly. I met Kelly on her 21st birthday at a bar, believe it or not, man. And here we are, 22 years later.
Did her girlfriends take her to the male strip club that you were dancing at?
Oh, see, that's the thing. I think I would have scared them away
Gave
if
you
I
a
had
$2
done
bill
that,
in your G-string and you remembered her.
Well, they couldn't, man, because I was performing at Chip and Chunks, I mean, come on.
Chip and chunks. That's awesome.
Yo, should I close all Frederick's pages? Do I need those?
I think
You might
can
want to
now.
bookmark them. You want to bookmark them?
first so you can get back to them.
How do I do that?
Go to bookmarks right there.
Like if you're in your Chrome, are you in Chrome or whatever, or Safari? There's a bookmark tab at the top, and you just say bookmark this page. You
Yeah,
can
you
put
can
it
click-
into the tab bar or just into a list.
Yeah. That's
So,
it. Dave. You can do it there too.
any of you guys into country music or not really?
I love the way it sounds. I just don't know any like Mundo. When I watched that show Yellowstone, I watched like all 4 or 5 seasons of it, and they're constantly like playing a country song, in between scenes or like to make a scene more dramatic or something. And I love them. I love the songs they're playing, but I don't know anything about country music. I don't know which songs they are. I know they're probably picking like some of the best because like these songs are just epic, like, you know, great for the mood of whatever scene it is.
Kelly and I
school.
went to a old school country music singers this past Friday. We went to go see Colin Ray, Aaron Tippin, and Sammy Kershaw, and they sang some of their best. You know, these guys were #1 hit songs. You know, that they sang for everybody for the show that we went to on Friday, and Sammy Kershaw has been singing for 53 years, believe it or not. And he did a phenomenal show, even though he had been out for a couple of months due to losing his voice from singing so much. He was still supposed to be out for a whole month, but he said, "No, man, I got an audience to take care of, man." So, you know, we had a blast. I mean, we went out dancing. I bought a bucket of beer, of course, you know. And not just the 12-ounce cans. I'm talking 16 ounces, man. So yeah, typical Mundo style, right? But man, yeah, no, we had a blast, dude, and it was outside of a country bar. So basically, they had bars set up all over the place, and you got lines, you know, like lines all over the place. The way they had everything, they had these big old galvanized tubs full of beer and everything like that for everybody to get and stuff like that. You know, you go to a typical concert, you know, basically you see stuff like that, right? And but they, for old men, they sure had a lot of energy, man. Tell you.
So, question. I want to move the next one. This one says Coda. It's actually Margrave.
All right, so what you can do is like just like knowing that, just copy that and paste it into the new folder, right? And then when it's in the new folder, rename it Margrave.
Jelly Roll Metal Country. Titan. Yeah, Chris Stapleton is pretty good. I like him. He's got some of that old country heart, man. See, these days, most of the country these days don't have the soul that the old country had.
Who's your favorite like singer? Like, let's say from 40 or 50 years ago. Do you like Johnny Cash? Like, is he?
Oh,
like,
hell yeah, dude! You can't.
Like
I mean,
I've got like 50 or 100 Johnny Cash songs in my iTunes. Like, I love him. But like, I like
Folsom Prison Blues. Yeah.
From then.
Have
I don't
you ever?
know. I don't know too much new country at all. But these shows that I've been watching, I think these people are like country stars that are actually the stars of the show. So I've been watching the Yellowstone prequel, which is called 1883, and it stars Tim McGraw and what's the woman's name? Another famous country singer.
His wife, I think it's his wife. Yeah, I forgot her name.
Faith Hill.
Twain or something?
Faith Hill. Yeah.
Shania Twain. I forget the name of her, but yeah, Shania Twain. One of those girls.
Oh, Shania Twain's not his wife, but yeah.
Maybe it's Faith something.
Faith Hill.
Yeah, something.
Which one do you recommend to watch first, Space? 1918.
I think probably like the cool thing about 1883, I mean, Yellowstone does this too, where the opening scene, like the first 10 minutes, is pretty engaging. 1883, I believe, if you saw what I want you to do, what I want Mundo to do if he hasn't seen it yet, and Gabe too, and Jedi Arms Dealer, if you watch the first 10 minutes of 1883, then call me. Like, I want to talk about it. Like, that, it's fucking engaging, man. Like, if you watch the first 10 minutes of 1883 season, you know, the first episode, if you aren't hooked, like, call me either way. I want to talk about it. If you aren't hooked, like, I think you know, maybe you just ain't gonna like it. But
Yeah, I need to
is
check it out for
so-
sure, dude.
it is so engaging that first 10 minutes. I was leaning in. I was like, holy shit! Like this lifestyle that they're living it's just life is cheap back in 1883, man. And it's like, holy shit, you know. And it's like you're in danger every time you turn the corner. You're in danger.
Life seems like it means nothing.
Yeah, it's like it's so cheap to these people that are like roaming the countryside, and even like nature itself is dangerous as hell. It could mess you up so bad. And they show this in as the show goes on. You know, some things that are in nature are danger to them, and other times it's people that are danger to them. Felicia says, Jedi Arms Dealer, do you have any new additions to your vault?
Oh, I'm so glad she asked.
Newt, what up? New Tap Sith is here. New Tap Sith is here.
What's going on, New Type? What's going on, Cody?
That's my holy
What's up,
grail
guys?
right there.
We are trying to program a Proffie board. Gabe is having a lot of luck right now. We've been praying. We've been playing some prayer music, and it's been working. It's been working.
Yeah, I gave him Force Lightning prayers worked.
You should play that angel music again.
Oh, I can't even see.
Anybody?
Look at that.
Anybody know
Oh my God, look at that.
Anybody know what that is? Let's see if I can get it in
Is it a
picture here.
vintage?
It is.
Whoa.
We lobby.
Sweet. My goodness.
You notice anything different about it?
Yeah, the like
the
top,
tab?
the red button area.
Yeah.
What's
I've been
going
looking
on
for
there?
one of these for 20 years.
Really? What what is
It's
it?
a
A
telegraph.
special
This
Graflex?
is the very first Graflex off the Graflex line. Like there's not
What?
many of these on the planet.
Wow.
So you have this version, which is the first one that came off the assembly line back in probably the 1930s, if I had to guess. And then the next one was the Fulmer, then the Fulmer patent, then the Graflex Ink. So these are really, really hard to find. I just got lucky.
Wow.
Where's Jim Smith? He usually knows all the different Graflex users.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
Jim would probably be tripping right about now.
Is
So
this the one you were telling me about? Like, could only accept the 7/8 blade, or is it?
No, that's the Soul's Hold blade holder. But let me see. Was that going to focus? Let's
Yeah, I
if
see
can
that
get
it's
Yeah, you
stamped
can
with
see it.
Graflex.
Yeah.
Let's see if it'll. What do you
Wow.
say?
That's crazy, dude.
Well, I was going to show you the.
Right there.
This is the original Fulmer
It looks
stamp
pristine,
logo.
bro.
Wow.
That's so clean at the bottom.
I know, right?
How is it
Camera's
not like
not-
rusted and effed up? It's like 100 years old.
He had it in
buddy.
the vault.
Do the close-up thing.
Dude.
All right, maybe it's not going to do it.
I can kind of make it out. I think
There.
it's his
Oh,
Graflex 3 cell.
It tried. It tried for a second. Yeah, so it's Fulmer. Yeah, this one's a Fulmer, and so this was the very first series that came off the line, and I've been really trying to find one.
It's beautiful.
I won't touch it. I'm not gonna do and not gonna
Really?
modify it. No way. No way.
Is it
I'm
going in
modifying
like a
this one.
special glass case, one of your cases
Yeah.
with like all the lighting and stuff?
Yeah, this is the king of the hill right here.
Yeah, so
This
that's just
is the oldest
basically
one I
a
have.
shelf queen just like that, huh?
Yeah.
Congrats! I love the way it looks. It's pristine.
It does.
I would never believe that that's like 100 years old.
Yeah,
So
really.
it's got the Graflex pins you can see stick out the top. I don't know if you guys can make that out. You see them right there underneath the telegraph button. So that's how they used to work before they put the red button in.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can see them right in there.
Oh, I could
trying
see
to
that.
catch.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
place like for a plunger button, and that could be the actuator.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this is what actually used to pop the flash and make it light up.
Because it would
So-
connect it to contacts.
Correct. Just like the newer style red buttons, but this is why they call it the telegraph Graflex. It's so
Oh,
old. This thing is
So would
ancient.
you excuse
Even
me.
the slide is
If-
intact.
So if anybody were to find one, would you recommend them to just keep it just like that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, I don't know what the count is, but that's the lowest number of vintage Graflex made on Earth as far as
Mhm.
quantity.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
amazing, dude. That looks crazy.
That is.
I
Can't believe how
couldn't
clean
believe
that
it
is.
when I saw it. I couldn't believe I found one. And you know I'm looking all the time, Space.
That is amazing. I mean, you must have like, the eBay searches like emailing you, like, if someone types in Graflex, like, or lists of Graflex,
Yeah.
Do you ever go? Hey, do you ever go to like old towns and look at their antique stores?
I have, but I've never
Yeah,
gotten
I
lucky
do
that
that.
way. I've been
No.
in a few, but never a score on a Graflex. That would be awesome.
I have not. I mean, there's a bunch of old towns close to me, and I have not gone to any of these old antique stores. I mean, there's a shit ton of them around here, right? And I'm about half tempted to go and look around and see what I can find, man. I know I won't be able to purchase any at the moment, but I mean, just to see if they're there,
From what
Yeah,
I heard, like, I
people
think I
get
was
lucky.
talking to Jedi Arms Dealer a few years ago about this, and like all these like antique and photo camera place people are like hip to this Graflex situation by
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
And they like
know what they
get
got.
pissed if you're like looking for the Graflex if you're a collector.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't necessarily tell them what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I'm just looking around to look around. That way I'm all like, "Ooh, what is this?" And I'll let them tell me. I'll play kind of stupid, you know.
Can you imagine like an actual owner of like one of those original cameras trying to sell to another photographer, and you're like, I want it for a lightsaber.
Some of them get pissed. They do
Yeah.
not.
Not
I
want
would
for
you-
just-
sale.
Yeah,
I-
they do not want you to
I would-
modify that.
See, for me, I would just tell them, I've got a ranch. I think that would look kind of cool on my shelf, you know.
You got a bar. You'd like that.
You're
to be
not
the
making
pinnacle
no
of your
lot-
bar.
There you go. I got the bar. Got the bar.
Get out of my camera store, boy.
This is a photography establishment.
We are a serious store.
Yeah.
I'll just turn on some of that country charm. Offer him a drink.
Yeah, that is King of the Hill lightsaber. Wow, that is. I've never seen that before, and I've been, involved in the saber community for like 10 years or more, and wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never
freaked
seen
me
a
out.
saber like that. That's so nice.
What was
Dream
it the other
come
day?
Pristine.
What was it the other day? I saw Space's old one of Space's old videos. See, I'm watching it again, Space.
Yeah. Mundo watches the oldies sometimes.
All the time, man, all the time. I even go back and watch Dave's videos, man. My favorite video
Thanks, buddy.
from one of my favorite videos from Dave is all the crystal chambers from where he started to what he does now.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Oh my God! I mean, it's so. Every time I watch it, I see something just slightly different to it, and
That's cool. Thanks, man.
and then I also when I watch some of your other saber vids and stuff like that, I watch for things and I see things differently at times because either maybe I was out of the room and I missed, maybe about 10 minutes of it or something like that. And I'm all like, oh shit, I never saw this part. And like it's like, oh, that's just sweet.
Sometimes I wish I was still just making crystal chambers. Those were good times. Just 'cause, like, it's quicker and it's more satisfying than like a full build. Because sometimes it'll take 6 months to a year to build one saber, and it's like this is a bit much. But crystal chambers were fun because I can finish one in a few days.
Mhm.
Hey, quick
But
question.
you got that damn you got the so much detail and everything though, man. I mean, that's probably what it takes you like that long to make one, right? Because of all the
It takes a little
details.
while. This is one of the ones that I kind of bridged off that idea that Space and I had with the Skywalker lineage. This is my last crystal chamber I did off of that idea. This has its own battery inside of it, and it hooks
That's
up to
so
USB.
sick, man.
Yeah, that is.
It looks like a
fan-
prop to a sci-fi movie. Seriously, like the key to some
Fantastic.
kind of lock or something, to key to some
Good.
vault.
Do you remember the idea that you came
man.
up with, Space, to put like the battery in Daria's crystal chamber?
Yeah, use the same type of 90 milliamp
Yeah,
battery.
yeah. I had to do one after you came up with the idea for myself, and so I built this one.
What's that at the top? It looks like a glass eye.
It is. Well, it's just like a glass lens, and then it's got a razor. It's got like a there you go, like a razor blade thing in the middle of it. The
How does
razor.
that show? Like, how does that is that hidden when it's in the saber?
This is just for display. I don't even put this in a saber. I mean, I could technically convert the 3-rod system to like a Graflex, but I just have it on display on my Mac.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
And how does it charge?
Right there.
Oh, I see that.
Magnetic USB. Yes. So right now it's running off of its own power, but normally I have it just plugged in, sitting on top of my Mac.
I like the way the crystal looks in it. Yeah, man. I mean, that is
and then
just fantastic.
It's got Arabish etched in the bottom.
That's crazy.
Wow, dude.
And then it's got there's the power switch if I ever need to recycle it. So this is my favorite crystal chamber that's kind of an independent.
Really
I don't plan on putting in the saber, but this is
it literally
I would have something like that and put it on my nightstand for my little light right there.
You know what I call that? That's the key to Saber City.
Right?
That's the key to Saber City, man.
It is a nightlight. It stays on 24/7.
Town.
Take me down to Saber Town.
Yo, I got a stupid question.
Thanks, Titan, if that's for me.
How do I because I forgot one font that I want to bring over, right? But now with this whole new text edit, how do I add a font?
You basically, as long as the name matches from that text file to your folder that you just made with your 4 or 5 fonts, you're golden. So they have to be identical.
So like he could, let's say, copy paste a blade style and the name, and then just kind of change the name to whatever the 5th or 6th one.
And paste that to?
So you're going to go into where you know the new folder you made with the fonts you want to use. Go there, and what you're going to want to have is the text window and your new folder window open at the same time. So you only have 3. We got how many? Got a couple more to go.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me make sure this is the one. Let me just play the hum. Yeah.
That's a boat.
That sounds like
right.
That's a lawnmower.
Jesse made that. It's called Dyad, but I have it under Crispity, so I need to change it.
Okay. Yeah, when you drag it over or when you copy paste it into your new folder, that's going to be your new SD card. Just rename it immediately once you drop it in there. Once you paste it in there, rename it to whatever it is, and whatever's going to match. It's got to match your other thing. Like I can't quite make it out, but I see the first and second one now that are lying in that folder have a space, and I don't think they're going to need to be renamed. I think without a space, if I remember correctly. Now, Jeff Steeler, do they have to have numbers, or it's fine? They're just it's gonna look.
No, no numbers, and you can have an underscore in there. It doesn't hurt it.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, but you can really name it however you want. You
just all has to match. It just has to match with the text file, and has to match with the folder.
Crispity is actually Dyad. Now I moved it into the Rendari save folder that I created, right? So now from there, do I open it and go to how do I now add this into text edit?
Do you have all your fonts in there now, Gabe? I thought you have 4 or 5.
I got 4 right now. I think I got 1 more to go. I'm trying to remember what it is. Since I renamed everything, I don't recall. I don't think I recall I could only tell by listening to the hum which one's which.
I just got the.
Okay, so this one's Jedi Survivor. This is the Fallen Order one.
That's pretty hefty, man.
Wait, which one did I say it was? This one? Raw?
Survivor,
Yeah, Raw. Okay, so
raw.
highlight Raw, copy, paste.
You're getting quick at this.
Okay, and then now that it's in here, I can go ahead and change the name.
Yeah, make sure it matches whatever you got in your text file.
Or you can copy paste straight from this folder over to the text file. That's why I was saying when you're done, have both of them on the screen.
So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's all of them.
Or you can go the other way, copy them from the text file and then paste them into the name of your folder. Whichever naming system you like best.
Yeah, it'll give you like a giant beep if you install the SD card without the correct
Error.
compilation.
Robot sounds.
Wait a minute. Didn't I just play?
I'm going to stay a couple more minutes, but I'm going to have to do a few things before bed tonight, so I'll have to bounce pretty soon. Mundo or Jedi Arms Dealer, can you close out the show after I go?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got a date at 9 o'clock. So
what time is it for you?
With my wife and the TV. It's 8:11.
I hope you guys are watching Yellowstone tonight.
All right,
Or 1983.
I'm done. I'm done with this. So where do I go now? I got the font.
So you got
got
to
all the
leave that
names
open.
configured correctly to the to match the text edit. You can probably open up the text edit and kind of put the window next to this so you can see. Yeah, like go to the you maybe can make it, like just kind of grab the corner of that window rather than expanding it with the green. Yeah, and just kind of like scroll around where you have your file names, your font names, and just make sure they kind of match what's in this folder here precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, dyad is the new one that isn't in here. That's the one I need to add into the text.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
JD can help you put that in there.
So where do I see this? So Vendar here.
Correct. If you want to use that naming system that's in the text file, you're going to highlight the word Vendari, copy it, and then go over to your folder and paste it into that name.
Inside of here?
Correct.
I got to open this up?
Nope. You're basically replacing the name. So you're going to paste it, click again. One click. Wait, click again. So it highlights it. There you go. Now paste. Boom. And you're going to do that with all 5.
Okay.
So scroll to your
So
next
he's
font.
got to have a folder for each sound font.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's the same as Plector.
Now,
Type of thing.
are all of these font folders, are they going to have to be like on the top, or can they be like all into one folder itself? So if you got each one of these folders and then you make a main folder and you type in like sound font, is that going to work, or is that?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so they have to be separate,
kind of
like that.
mimicking what his default SD card folder looked like, and what it just was like a list of the font folders with the names of the font corresponded to like whatever was programmed in his Saber.
Oh, crap! I didn't bring over Ultimate.
Now the one thing we didn't do, JAD, just so you can guide him if I bounce, is to you did the verification, but you actually need to push it to the Saber.
That's why I'm wondering if
it's correct. So once he adds this final one, you can verify. Once it's good, you just push it all to the Saber, and then make sure he gets his SD card, formatted and updated.
Right. Yeah, he's got to get his SD card out of the Saber first, so we can wipe it.
Here it is, following order. So I just Margrave.
Margrave. Wait a minute. You got a survivor in there. It's almost like a one of your blade styles. The new ones didn't get pasted into Margrave, but you can steal it from another.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You have the short code in there, the original. But okay. I mean, technically, just to so you know it's going to work. I mean, you could actually leave that. It's not going to hurt it to leave that old blade style in there temporarily.
And I forgot to bring one of the fonts over again. Okay, Survivor's in there. So
he's got one more, the dyad.
Okay, so dyad is the new one.
Okay. And so you're wanting to add that, or
yeah,
I don't remember how many.
How do I add that over into?
Go ahead and expand your text all the way so we can see more.
And I've got follow on 100 BC.
And so just to speed things up a little bit, what you're going to want to do, Gabe, is highlight it from. You see the word survivor? You've got it highlighted right now. Yeah, click just before the bracket before survivor.
Prometheus.
Yep, and then highlight all the way down. Keep going. That whole blade code, keep going all the way down to where it says fire just above Gray Paladin. Keep going.
Here.
The whole blade, yep, that whole blade style. And stop right there. Copy. Okay, and then go back to your text. We're basically creating a space for another font in the text file.
Go back to
here. Yep, expand. And then you're gonna click, where'd we go? Did it move on us? Which font do you want that to be on your Saber? The like 1 through 5, the last one?
Yeah, last one's fine, I guess. So whatever order is
okay.
For now, no? Like here, it's on the 4th one, see it?
Yeah. Oh, you want it to be the 4th one? That might get a little tricky because we got to paste it in between 2 others. It actually, so it's going to be after Margrave. That's where you would want that.
Which one are we talking about? Dyad?
Yeah, the dyad. You want that to be font 4?
However, whatever is going to be easier right now.
Okay, so right now you see where it says Margrave.
Yeah.
In your text file.
Over here.
Yep. Yep. And see the line below it. If you go all the way to the right where it says blue.
Yeah.
Click after blue and after the comma.
This way.
Nope.
No, after the
comma.
Yeah.
Now click return. Click it again. Click it one more time, and then arrow up on your keyboard. Just only because I want there to be spaces between your fonts so your eyes don't get super confused.
See that it happened, right? Yeah, and now hit Control V.
There you go. Paste.
Control V.
Yeah.
V is in.
Well, your cursor just moved. Your cursor's moving around, and you're deleting the spaces you just added. Yeah. So hit Enter one more time. Yep, perfect. Now it's in the right spot. Hit Control V.
Control.
No, now your cursor went down again. I don't know.
So why not just paste?
Just paste. Yeah, that's fine.
Boom. Okay. So now scroll up to the top of that font. Slow down. Keep going. Now change the word survivor to dyad.
Oops.
Whoops.
Right here?
Yep. And then you could technically go back to your font folder and just type dyad and replace dyad Proffie or copy paste.
right. So after you do that, make him do a verification
Verify.
on that
Yeah.
list.
There's one font I forgot to bring over, which is, and I saw it on here on my text edit, is down here.
Well, we should probably verify before we go too many more steps, because
Okay. So what do I do?
you're gonna
You
save
save it.
your text file.
Save.
Yep. You gotta be
Save.
And we got the prayer music on, so you can try to verify in the Arduino program, and we should have our luck.
This is because you've done a lot of work in that text file. This is where it can get a little.
Yeah. This is where I never have luck with that. It's always a problem. Some comma's missing or something's missing. But listen, guys, good luck. I'm gonna get out of here for tonight. That was a lot of fun doing this. You're really close, Gabe. This is like 99% there. You only have a little more to go before all these fonts are in your saver named right, and they're going to be sounding right, and they're going to be looking right with the blade style. So, congrats on that. And then you're going to know how to do it for the next time too.
And then next session we'll get them updated to OS 6. And quick question, Gabe: do you want your saber to talk to you to tell you what color you're on?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay. Because we can do that.
Details.
Jedi Arms Dealer was showing me that before the show started at one of his viewers was doing that. So no, I mean that was good. Like I thought, for like Melissa who has a hard time seeing, Melissa's World, that's perfect because it says like cyan or dark blue, or it tells you in case you have trouble seeing what actual shade that is. But that was really neat.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, good luck, and I will see you in the next video.
Cool.
See ya. Hasta luego. Hasta luego.
Thanks for helping, Jedi Arms Dealer. I'll talk to you guys a little later.
We'll get them there. We'll get you there too.
All right. So where do I go now?
Let's see.
Oh, Arduino. Yeah. So it checked out.
Perfect. So now what you're going to need to do is get your SD card out of your saber.
Oh, hold on, because I have it's in the text edit.
Mm-hmm.
I have Ultimate Light Side right here, and that font I didn't put it in the folder yet.
So how many fonts total do we have in your text file?
So then it'll be on the text file.
Yeah, that's important.
So it'll be.
You know what you can do to see stuff a little better, Gabe, is to start doing that Apple minus a couple times, because I think we blew up the text so that Space could see it clearly. I can still see it clearly, so we can make it smaller.
What was the button?
Apple minus, or Command or Control minus. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Okay, so right now you have count the number of font names you have in this file. So you've got Vidari.
I thought he had 4, right?
Dyad. Keep scrolling.
Night Chat.
Margrave. Dyad.
Yep.
Survivor. That's 4. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Great Paladin. 5.
Yep.
And Ultimate Light Side is 6. And that's
okay.
It. So I'm missing 1.
Okay. So just copy paste that name from your text file over to the folder.
Do that first?
Yeah, because everything needs to match.
Okay. Copy.
Paste
that. Hold on.
And each paragraph is a sound font, right? Basically.
Yeah. Well, it's your blade style. The biggest part of it is the blade code that actually makes.
So the problem is I haven't brought the sound font over yet.
Okay. So then you're going to want to copy that over from your backup folder you made.
Where is?
So you got paragraphs. So you have paragraphs for both the blade styles and paragraphs for the sound fonts, correct?
Well, you have a big paragraph usually for the blade style, and then you have the name of the font, so it knows what blade style is supposed to match that font.
Gotcha.
So, but you also have your SD card folder, which is what the names and folders as fonts are right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna copy once we delete his SD card. We're gonna copy these 6 fonts over to the SD card.
Now, do you have to like empty your SD card first before putting all those back onto the SD card?
Yeah, you
Much
want to
like
wipe it out, make everything zeros before you copy everything over, because then it's a clean install.
Gotcha. Sound like somebody taking a leak in that roll on a subwoofer.
Robot bathroom break.
That's no.
Whoa.
The horn gun bad.
That's going to be Kyberphonics free font. That one, I think. Maybe not.
I think this one's
Damn, I might have to use that one to go hunting with.
oh my god, the ultimate eyesight. Here it is. I'm trying to find this. What the hell is that? This one, that's strange because it's in there and I never heard it when I scrolled through fonts. Why would that be?
Well, that's probably because you're hearing the boot. I'm not sure.
No, but
Go
all
to
my boots.
Go to,
Oh, I like that.
I don't know what this font is, bro, and it's in there, and I never heard that one. That is crazy, bro. Oh, I just made a mistake. Oh, Lord. I didn't mean to do that.
You'll get it. I can't wait to hear everything all together, kid. Man, it's gonna sound sick with the old Mundo.
Dude, I'm still trying to figure out what the heck font this is. I don't want that. I need the hump.
maybe it's one they don't have programmed on there. It's a freebie.
Yeah, I don't know what font that is, bro, but it's in there. Battle2 _ Proffie. But I'm missing one, bro. I'm missing let me see if it's this one. Hum. Salted. No, that's one in gray.
You know what's weird is that with Noah Star's He-Man font that I have on the Saber, it when I get it set to the He-Man one, it doesn't say He-Man on it whatsoever until you hear, until I ignite the Saber, right? When I get it set, it's total silence. And it's weird because you know how you're scrolling through the sound fonts and it names every sound font, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it won't name the He-Man font.
That's because it's an older font, probably before they had either boot sounds, or like a boot.wave or a font.wave. Mm-hmm. So if you go in there, Mundo, and either find the boot sound or the font sound, and you duplicate that, and rename it either font or boot, so you always have a boot and a font file, then you'll hear it.
Well, see, because I've got the boot, it boots up with my friend's voice, right? So when I pull the kill key, you hear my friend say, "¿Qué pasa, mama?" Right?
I remember that.
Now I've also paired it. With Sean Connery's voice from I think it's the Highlander, you know. You have great power beyond imagination. That that quote right there. And I actually like the way that sounds because you pull that kill key and you hear Sean Connery with that quote, and then you hear He-Man when it ignites. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. I might have to do like a short little vid.
I saved it over into the folder.
So everything matches now?
I don't know. I found the font that's named incorrectly in my Proffie board.
Okay.
And I copied and pasted into the new folder on my desktop. It's sitting here called Deadlink, but that's not really Deadlink. That's Ultimate Light Side. So,
okay, well then call it that. You can either type it in there or copy paste it from the text. It doesn't matter, as long as they're identical. And that's exactly how you did it in the text file, lowercase light side.
Oh, hold on.
No spaces.
In the text file. Yeah, no spaces. See.
Perfect. Okay, great. And so have we already tested this text file, Gabe, in Arduino? We haven't really made any changes, right? Or have we?
All I did was move from my Proffie board into here and just rename it.
So we didn't mess with the text file then at all, right?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get your SD card out.
Do that now?
So right now, yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right, hold on. Let me grab some tweezers.
Okay.
Has he got a pretty tight space for the SD card or what?
I'm not sure. I know him and Space had to modify a USB plug to get it in the USB port for programming. But they had to shave down the plug to get it to fit up in there.
Now, what's the purpose of having such a tight space for the SD card or anything really? I mean, what's the advantage as to having like a good amount of space for the SD card to come out in and out?
Well, you don't want too much because I've seen builds where people have tried to put the SD card in and they've accidentally like lost it inside the chassis because there's too much space. So it's good to have just like the perfect opening to where that SD card is going to go right into that SD card tray without getting lost inside the chassis.
So let me ask you something. Do I unplug the Saber before pulling out the SD card?
Yes.
All right.
Let's power it down.
Do I have to properly eject it first?
You can. Yeah. I like to do that every time just because things are safer that way.
Yeah.
Now you'll probably get error messages that it wasn't ejected properly when you go to upload from Arduino. You can ignore those, but with what you're doing, yeah, let's err on the side of caution.
All right, SD card is out.
All right, so go ahead and insert that bad boy in your computer.
Oh, you know what? Damn it, I forgot the USB SD card thing. Hold on, I got the adapter.
Like, I'm gonna put a few more fonts on my friend's memory saber, and then that's it. Then I'm pretty much gonna be done with, what I have on, on there, because I don't.
That's a CFX.
Yeah, it's a CFX.
Nice.
Even though I know I can do a bunch of fonts, I'm like Gabe. I don't want too many fonts on my sabers, on any of my sabers. I think like like the Vader font, like the Vader saber, the 03. With that one, I think I'm only gonna have like maybe 2 or 3 fonts on it. I don't want to have too much on the
I've been
Vader.
scheming mine out too. All right, Gabe, you know how to erase your SD card?
So I popped it in the USB adapter, and it's plugged up to the computer now.
Okay, so do you know how to erase? You know how to reformat an SD card on Mac? Have you ever done it before?
I did. I don't recall.
Okay. There's a program in your applications called oh heck, now I'm forgetting. It's your toolbox on Mac, but it's called
System preferences, utilities. I think it was utilities.
utilities. Thank you. Yeah, disk utility or utilities. It should be disk utility. There you go.
Utility.
You're going to launch that. Well, I mean, if you're going to be making a lot of changes to this, you might want to make a shortcut for that as well sometime. We're just going to do this one time. So yeah, you're going to click on Gabe Proffie, and you're going to erase, and you're going to select. That's good. MS-DOS FAT32. Perfect. Click erase. All right. And you can quit out of that. And then you're going to go and drag your fonts over to your SD card, the ones that your 6 that you picked. Yep. There you go.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, notice this is copying a lot faster than trying to do stuff through the Proffie. The Proffie transfer rate is super painfully slow.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe you because my computer's always slow anyway.
Yeah.
You were saying that nah, even if I plug it in, it's gonna be. Yeah, look, it's already done.
Yep. So
yeah,
you're gonna
but see,
eject
my
now.
laptop's the same way, dude.
Eject it.
Yep. Put that bad boy back in your saber.
Okay.
We're close, Gabe. We're hopefully close.
We are super close.
Yep.
It's going to work. It is going to work. I think I might try to cut one more little board clamp card tonight.
Those are looking cool, Mundo. You know how somewhere you've got the metal traces on there? If you take your soldering iron and like bump some of them up just to make some of them custom, you can add solder to those traces and like makes them look 3D. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually use a soldering iron and lay some solder on them, and they look pretty cool. Just like different, a little more weathered and sithy.
That's a great idea, man. I think I might incorporate that. Yeah.
Try it out. Try it out. See what happens.
I'll do. You know what, dude? I'll do one and I'll send you one. How's that? See if you.
Oh, I'd love that. I love the last one you sent me. That was amazing. I got something in the works for you. You might get it around Christmas time. It'll be a Christmas style gift.
Yeah, I've got like this last board that I cut. I was hoping I could get about 5 out of it, but I only ended up getting 3 because I screwed up a couple of them, not paying attention. And I figure with each board that I have, and I've got about 7 or 8 boards, I can cut. You know, if I can cut at least 5 out of them, it'd be pretty good. You know.
Nice. Where'd you get all those circuit boards?
Place called Altex, man.
Like in town?
Yeah, so they're they're pretty accessible, but they're very rarely on the shelf because when I go, they only have usually like only 2 or 3 at most, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. So usually when I go by, I'll pick up all of them if I can. If they have like 2 or 3, I'll pick them all up, man, and take them so that way I can cut these boards. Yeah. And once I get enough, I think I'm gonna try to go ahead and sell some of these. Yeah.
So real quick, Gabe, you're plugging your saber back in now? to the computer?
No. Was that
Okay, yeah, we need to do that because we got to upload the config.
Oh, no wonder. I'm like, why isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not going to know what's going on until you update it with that new beautiful config file you made.
All right, so let's go back to the drawing board.
It's still working off the old original config.
Okay, now I'm concerned because it didn't make the noise this time.
Because it doesn't know what font to go to. It's okay. Just go ahead and plug it in.
Yeah,
In the computer.
you'll get there, dude.
Now what?
So then go to Arduino. And then pull down where it says tools. Let's make sure it's recognizing the saber. Go to port. You're going to go down a little more to port. Keep going right there. Proffie board.
Click on that.
Boom. Yep. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and click right next to the checkbox is an arrow. That's your upload button. Go for it. We need Space's prayer music again.
Oh,
Right? No, we don't. I'm gonna send a force lightning prayer. I have uploaded the force lightning prayer. Put me down for a couple cards, Mundo. You got it, Cinzy. You got it, dude.
Yeah, man, those are cool. All right, so far so good. Let's jump over to upload mode any second. Come on.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Don't touch anything. Now look
Yeah.
at the bottom, and that's your progress. That's your percentage of how long.
Oh, 8%, 10%. I see it.
Yep.
It's
So
going.
That's flashing your card. And I don't mean like with the trench coat. That's what we want to see every time.
Oh man, that's great, dude.
Yeah, you've definitely stepped into a much larger world.
Yeah, it sucks, man, that Space can't get his going, though, man. I was kind of hoping.
It is.
He will. He will.
It's a weird one for sure. I'm not sure quite. Yeah, we're just gonna have to keep at it. All right, you're all done. Unplug your speaker or unplug your saber. Put it all back together and reboot. You got to remove that speaker, Gabe, to get to your USB port.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unplug it. I don't have to take the SD card out for nothing, right?
Nope. Should be good to go if everything is aligned. I'm curious to see if we got any font error in font directories because it is picky. But we may have to fix that next session. But we're going to say that's not going to happen.
It booted up.
All right. You got a blade?
Yeah, let me go grab one. Hold on.
Take her for a test drive.
Woohoo! Progress in the making. Progress in the making.
How's the weather down there in Texas, Mundo?
Bipolar as fuck. Excuse my language, but yeah,
You guys
it goes.
you're not getting ice like last year, though.
No. I mean, we're done with the ice now, right now, dude. I mean, right now it's going from cool to hot, back to kind
Really?
of cool. Yeah. We had a couple of
February.
we had a couple of cold days, right? And then it went to a couple of warm days, then back to a couple of cold days, and now we're back to a cool day. Not hot, but not cold either. So we had a couple of cool days, and now we're coming up onto hot and hotter. So we're coming back to hell days in Texas.
Wow.
That's the first one.
Woo! Look at that. It's working. It's working. Ah, damn, I love that.
So it no longer does the. Oh,
What's it not doing?
The gesture shut down. It doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, we have to reprogram all that. We'll
No,
have
it's
to do
cool,
that
'cause I
next
don't like
time.
it.
Oh.
Now, how do
He
I go to
didn't like it.
How did you do it before? Actually, I don't know what OS they had on there, but on this one, you press and hold for 1 second and let go.
the other one? I had yeah.
Was that first month of Endori one?
It's basically a long pause. So you be like press 1000, let go. It should go to the next font. There you go.
Nah, it's not doing anything.
Oh wow.
It's almost like it got double tapped and it was like silent. It's like, yeah, now hit it again. What the?
I just muted it. That's why.
Okay. I do that all the time on my one button saver. Now is that font too?
It's still the same font.
Are the blasters working? How? Just tap the button real quick. Are your blasters working?
Nah. It just shuts down. Look.
Oh, you know what? I think we have to use FET's one button mode. Oh boy.
Oh, you didn't program that in?
I thought we programmed that in.
Yeah, that's what I thought too when we did it on Frederick's page. But now that I remember, it should work in one button mode. I could be wrong though. I'm still learning the one button
Night,
stuff
Chuck.
for OS 6.
Have a good night, Chuck.
Do I have to plug it in?
Yeah, we're gonna have to plug it in if we want to try to fix that.
All right.
I'm trying to think where we get those from real quick. Let's see. We have to activate his prop file, but where is that? Button file for OS 6. Boom. Okay. But what is it called in the... What is it called that we have to add to make it one button from his library?
All right, I'm plugged in.
Okay. I'm trying to find the code for you real quick.
All right, good. I made the noise.
Yep. Controls for one button mode. Trying to find the define line. Let me find one of my old configs on my desktop. Hold on just a second. Let's see. Where do I have a one button saver on here?
So essentially, is he running on a 2-button config because he didn't program the 1-button config in?
Well, there's a different line of code we have to add to activate like either Dimitri Stock's one button mode, Frederick's, and I think there's somebody else that did one.
Mm-hmm.
It is confusing because you would think that when we generated on the configurator page, when we selected one button, it would be ready to go, but that was one of the things that kind of threw me off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So it was like, okay, that was kind of weird.
They don't make it super clear all the time unless I'm missing something. So Jeff's is a 2-button. Let me look in here real quick.
So would it go to a 2-button config automatically if you don't program that in?
No. Yeah, but you have to define what that one button does. That's why it needs the prop file, which is what I'm looking for right now.
Gotcha. I'm just trying, I'm just trying to ask questions because I mean, I don't know anything about it. So
enable audio, disable PC thrusters.
I am learning myself.
This is strange. I don't see. it in this code file. I'll find it. Hold on. I know that if we go to one of the websites has it in there, where we just activate FETs. You know what? I wonder if we name it. Nope.
But even the wrong name will throw it off too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be super precise. Okay, here we go. Prop files, come on. Okay, so SE22C FET263's buttons. So let's open this in text edit. Proffie OS control. All this does is tell me how to use it. Yeah, I wish someone like Tom or Jeremy or somebody's in here right now. It's been so long since I've set up a one-button saber. I think we can re-find it again. Put it 1, 2, or 3. So all this is telling me is. So there's a list of all of the. I need to find it. There's a list of all of the define, because we're going to put it at the top. There's a list of all the define codes, and that's all we need to type in there to activate it. So.
Busy, welcome.
FAT263, one button, prop file.
Felicia's hard at working, and then she's like watching everything that's going on too. Padawan and learning. You know, I'm probably gonna have to watch this video about 1,000 times before I even recognize something that I'm gonna do. I'm just that slow of a learner.
List of defines. There we go. Come on. GitHub. Why did they make this stuff so hard to find? It's like scattered around everywhere. Caramba. All right, hold on a second.
That's why you have to be patient.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be funny if somebody ended up making one of the a font, a bipolar font.
Let me jump on the Facebook group real quick and just do a search for it, because
Be
it's
crazy.
something.
Felicia, I totally agree. I totally agree. That's too funny. And it's funny because I was watching it the other day with my guys. I was like, you know, I've got my some of my clients hooked on watching saber builds, man. It's too funny. One of my boys, I let him have the remote to the TV. So he's my like little DJ and movie person, right? So he'll grab that remote and then he'll go and he'll put it on all kinds of YouTube channels for sabers if he gets tired of music. I'm all like, have at it, dude. Have at it. We're at now, Cinzy. We're at now. We missed it just then.
That's not gonna do it. There he is. Oh man.
Colonel Sanders. He was chicken. One of my favorite parts in that movie is that you see the 8 people come out. Spaceballs? Oh shit! There goes the planet.
How do I
Drop.
Oh, here they are.
That's SA22. C buttons. Come on. Where's the number? Where's the single for FETs? That's what I want.
Gabe, you still there?
Did
Gabe? Oh, I think Gabe jumped off. Gabe jumped off.
Oh, really? Device is not connected. I think he's coming back.
Yeah.
Can you add yourself
There
to
you
the
go.
stream, Gabe? I don't know if you're an admin or not.
Nah.
Okay. Thanks, Mundo, for letting me know. I'm like looking down here, looking for this line of code.
Yeah.
Opened up a new tab and then hit bookmarks. I'm stupid.
Is there a way to use the saver feature buttons with one prop button mode? Okay, here we go. Download SA20. No, that's not what I want. I don't want
Now,
that
Gabe,
one.
how long you been working on this saber right now for this?
Today, this is the second time. The first time was just a couple days ago over at Anthony's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we tried to get it up and running for Gabe on Space's computer, and for some reason he's got some gremlins in there. I don't get it yet.
Mm.
Yeah, he's on a newer OS than me, so I hope that's not what it is.
Well, usually with the new OS comes, some problems too, right?
That's what I'm worried about with his system. They're called defines, Gabe, and that's what I'm trying to find is the list of defines that activates one button. So if you want to I think there's one on the TRA that shows all the list of the defines that you can turn on and off on FET stuff. If you want to help in jump in FET 263's site and poke around, I don't know if it's in there because you've got OS 6 instruction and documentation, and then you have prop button file. But all I'm seeing, unless I'm missing something, is that it just shows the one button controls, like how to use it, not the actual code to put in there.
But isn't that done at Frederick's page?
No, because this is something that. Oh, you mean when we selected just a single button?
Yeah.
In that, no, that because it knows you're only using one button, but there's different people that have created their own code, like FET263 and Dimitri, that some of them made it act like a Plector Labs board, and some of them made it act like a Proffie, and you can do different things with the one button depending on which prop file you use. And
so I'm in FET267 prop file for 1, 2, and 3 button sabers. Prop file. But you said this is already programmed into mine?
No, not FET's part of it. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. Hold on a second. I might have found it. Buttons and controls for 1, 2, and 3. Prop files OS enabled. There are lots of new features. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is it. Okay, so
You found it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think how to get it to Gabe though. I think I can paste it in the
chat.
Paste it in the chat. All right.
Can you send him an email?
Can you see that, Gabe, in the chat right now? I'm
Yeah, I see
pasting
it in the
space
chat.
window. If you want to grab that, and
No,
then
I
we're going to paste it. It didn't go through?
No, it didn't come up for me.
Weird. And you're
I see
seeing
it in the
everybody
chat
else's
here.
stuff?
It's in
See
the
mine?
it's in the comments.
It's in the comments or private chat?
No, it's in the comments.
I guess I
Oh,
could have sent it through private chat.
Okay.
That would have been better.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting at private chat. Okay, so I'm highlighting it now. Hashtag defconfig, blah, blah, blah.
So then
click
you're going to,
on
you want to
copy.
share your screen? Yeah, copy it.
Let
I
me share
think this is
screen.
going to do it. God, I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do some research for you tonight. I can just send you the instructions because you know what you're doing now.
Okay, I'm sharing screen. Now where do I go?
You're going to go to that text file, the big master text file with all your blade styles in text edit.
Text edit. Here it is.
You want to share your screen just so I make sure you got all your returns in the right place?
It's on share now. You don't see it?
I don't.
I think you have to.
Oh, I got to add it to stream. Hey, look at that. Learning
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, cool.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to scroll to the top. And then you are going to, it has to be an NDiff thing. Oh God, where does it go? I think you click after hashtag NDiff. I have to.
Here?
Yeah. Click return twice. And then paste. And then what we're going to do is it has to be formatted properly. So we're going to basically what you want is your. So if definition is going to be on its own line. So let me verify that. How can I do this to show you what it needs to look like? Yeah. So line number 1 will be hashtag if definition config prop. Then the next line is, so basically you're going to have hashtags on 3 separate lines, if that makes sense. Because it pasted it all as one line. So we need to make it 3 separate lines.
So I need to then drop this down.
Let me see where you're at. That's correct. So basically you're going to hit return in front of every hashtag. Where's the other one?
Right here. And
there you go. NDiff. Yep. Okay,
so
now save that.
Do I have to move this up to be under this?
No, it's okay if you got spaces in there. I just want to keep it separate for now so we know we added it. Yeah, save it. Now go back to Arduino
and run
I
it
hope
through.
I have this in the right place. It's been so long.
Check
and verify. Yeah.
Dun dun dun. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Force lightning. Make sure at the top of the config, since he says that the button define is correct as well. Hashtag divide num underscore buttons 1.
And you got your saber plugged in already?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I'm technically late for my date right now.
So sorry.
Oh, it's all good. We're watching The Last of Us. You guys watching that at all? That's crazy.
Yeah, I started watching it.
All right, went through.
It is crazy.
Cool. So let's pull down tools and verify it sees your board. Excellent. Let's go straight to upload then. So you're right next to the checkbox. You're going to click upload. Nope. Get out of there. There you go. Right there. Boom.
Oh, damn. Oh, I'll do it later.
You need one to change something else.
Yeah, I noticed the volume was lower than usual.
Yeah, well, now you know how to do it. I mean, you could technically change it, hit save, and then re-upload until you get the volume back to where it was. I just didn't want you to blow that speaker.
Yeah.
So I always start low.
I plug it in, open up the SD card plugged in, and then at the top where the volume is, where it's at 1200, I can just bump it up a little bit.
You change that number in the text, yeah.
And then click on save.
And re-upload. All right. And then if this works on FET's site, I think on that same page, he shows you how to use that one button mode, because it may have changed. I don't know what prop file they were using on your original setup when you got the Saber.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just on his page looking at
Okay, cool.
instructions.
Learning the button.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We got, make sure at the top of the page. Yeah, Cincy, we did that. The number of buttons was 1 in the config at the top, but we need to define a prop file. All right,
Okay,
so
done.
if it's done, unplug that bad boy and let's hope you get blasters back.
God.
Oh, I feel it, man. I feel it's gonna work already. I got chills going down the spine already, saying it's gonna work.
No guarantees with this code stuff. That's what.
No guarantees, but when you get that feeling, man,
Yeah.
you got to use that sixth sense. You know, I could be wrong, but more or less, usually my gut tells me I listen to it. The way y'all been going at it, man, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna hit right on.
All right, boot it up.
Okay.
That sounds like a good sound.
Let's try this one more again.
Ha ha! Yes, sir.
Cool. That is going to conclude this session of Proffie Madness.
Woohoo!
All right, you guys can you stay on, or do I have to end this thing?
Whatever you want to do. I mean, I could stay on. I mean, technically, but and if
I
you,
think I can,
you know,
I think I can remove myself from the stream, but I don't know if that's going to make this. Wait,
well,
we can end it, right, Mundo?
I can yeah, I can end it. I mean,
Okay, cool.
technically, I can end it. So,
well, if you guys want to keep going, then I'm going to dip out, and then you two can finish it up. Is that cool?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
get
right.
out myself. I'm actually on call all night long tonight.
Oh shit.
Okay.
They can wake me up at 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh damn. Well, let's go ahead and end it right here, bro. Yeah, let's
Okay.
go ahead and end it right here, man.
All right.
Cool
Sounds good.
beans, man. Can't thank you enough, guys. I appreciate your time and the sacrifice to help me get this stuff going, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, no
It's
worries.
worth it.
It's always good to teach someone, because you're gonna love it, man. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm gonna continue experimenting with FET's page and stuff, so I could always make contact with you guys if I have any other questions or any issues.
Yeah,
Okay.
and trust me, man, I'm gonna need both of you guys when I do mine. so yeah, man. Felicia,
All right.
Cincy, thank you guys for everybody who stopped by. And
3 hours and 7 minutes. Thank you for being patient.
Yeah, it's a process. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna dip out. If you want to end it,
All right,
Mundo.
have fun on your date, man.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Enjoy
Good
your
night,
date,
guys.
man.
Later.
Later.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
All right, guys. So, all right. So, Mundo Madness Monday. We're gonna go ahead and end it right there. So, Cincy, Felicia, Titan, everybody, thank you so much for showing up and sticking with us. Chet, Chuck, Titan, new type. We are very much appreciate all you guys and ladies coming in and hanging out with us. And you see what it takes to get things going on a Saber, and even now, even problems. There is no way that you can come and have a perfect session doing a Saber. I mean, there's always challenges, right? Who doesn't have challenges? And especially if you're starting off, and even if you're a pro, you're going to have challenges. So that goes to show you. And again, and if you guys have not, if anybody who watches this later, thank you for watching us and coming on. Also, for Jedi Arms Dealer and Civilized Sabers, if you have not already liked and subscribed, I highly, encourage that. Like and subscribe to Anthony at Civilized Sabers and Jedi Arms Dealer. I mean, these guys are great. to learn from. So with that, Mundo is going to kind of click out here in just a little bit, and let's see if this is going to work. So I bid you all a very Mundo out. Good night.
In here, we pour whiskey,